Hello, everybody. We're live. Hello, welcome back. This is Historia, and we are back for another episode. Unfortunately, our dear Fox adventurer friend can't be with us today, so we send much love to Sid. And yes, so before we begin, should we go around the table and introduce ourselves? I'm your humble GM, Shiv, and we will be playing Historia this evening. This is episode 2. Intrigues and Influence, and we will throw to Wheezy. Tell us who you are and what character you are playing this evening.
I am Bastien Lopro. He is a Eurasian red squirrel. He's a sapper grenadier. He has a gun. He knows how to use it. He left the gas on. And bombs that haven't come up yet. And his headcanon right now is that Caspian, our beloved fox friend, is after Puccino, the otter. Okay,
Very
Panda,
nice. Very nice.
Looks like Panda has skinned Marisi.
I'm currently wearing Marisi.
Amazing.
Real Italian. No.
Real Italian housewives of Historia.
Hi, I'm Rage Panda Pajamas. I write reviews sometimes. Lately, life has been, a lot, so I haven't written one in a while, but I'm going to, I promise. You can find me playing Maurice the Bacchus, the red panda who talks too much.
Nice. And we'll now throw to the resident doctor of the group, the introduce yourself and tell us who you are playing, sir.
I am playing Dr. Gaspar de Espinosa. You should have heard of me before. If you haven't, well, you've been living under a rock. Probably the greatest doctor in all of history to ever doctor.
The greatest doctor of all time.
Self-proclaimed.
And we've already got some advantage in the chat. Bastien has already been given advantage from the chat there. So mark that down, if you please. Coming out strong this chat. Yeah, make it rain.
Need it.
Oh. We left off. Amidst vibrant streets of Nova Marina, a band ambitious recruits has arrived, ready to carve out their legacy as part of the Company of the Spear. Fueled by the desire for recognition, they aim to establish their newfound group as a respected force within the chaotic tapestry of mercenary companies and political intrigue that defines the Confederation in this part of the country that you're in. However, there's a shadow that looms large over their aspirations. The formidable Ottavio Pandolfo, a bitter rival of your own captain, with his Tempestus Legion wielding influential connections that stretch deep into the city's power structures. Their journey began with a seemingly straightforward mission: safeguarding a high-stakes shipment from a wealthy merchant. But as tensions rise, they stumbled upon a sinister plot that reveals that the shipment's true in nature. Some smuggled inventory of muskets and other weaponry. As you dug deeper, you uncovered not all as what it seemed, as the merchant Rochefort had ties to your own Captain Barbolini. And if the dark secrets came to light, the fallout could spell the doom for your fledged company and relegate you to becoming an outlaw. Instead, everything seemed to...
Wait, he's gone. Oh no! Oh no!
Good game, everybody.
The cliffhanger, though.
I guess we win. We win now.
Yay! Good job.
We're the game master now. So you get a gun.
You get a
gun.
You all get a gun.
Can I get a bazooka?
Honestly, a musket
yeah.
for you kind of was a bazooka.
Really, for real though.
A muscadusa. Yeah,
I'm really glad there was an A at the end of that.
Yeah, it worked quite well.
Yep.
So, did I go anywhere?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
see
see
nothing.
Shiv.
I hear Shiv.
Hello? Did I
Well,
disappear?
You're closer.
Okay, can everybody still hear
I
me?
do not see Shiv
Yes.
either.
I can see Shiv.
Why aren't
Hello.
you special?
I don't know. I don't know what's.
Jeez,
Yeah, I can see
some
him.
technical
hear him.
difficulties here.
Feel like you're messing. with
Anyway,
me.
Shiv, I'll channel you. Like you just tell me what to tell them.
Okay,
You're
what I might
just
do then-
said
hang
we
on.
got a
Let me just
big bucket of gold, right? That's what I heard.
negative. Do not tell anybody this. Let me
Oh, I
refresh.
see.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hello. Can you...
Oh no!
That was weird. It was like Video Ninja did not like what was going on for a split second.
Yeah.
Sabotage. Anyway, where did I did anyone hear me at all, or shall I just start again?
Barbolini, and it can cause the
Yes,
downfall of our little company. And
Mhm.
Rushford
that's
is a bad
correct.
man, not man.
He's a yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yep. So basically, yes, you captured one of the guards there after. Well, I mean, you.
Marici shot his
Marici
legs
shot him-
off.
She basically shot him at point blank range with a musket. So I mean, it's up to you guys to take that for what you will. How badly he possibly could be, you know. And the guy's got kids.
The three of them. I think, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Rumor has it he's alleged. Allegedly has children, and this was just a job to, you know, in between job. So yeah. So here we are. We're back into it. You're in the warehouse. Caspian has taken off to follow the trail of some of the a couple of other people that were lurking outside. So it's just
And
down
one
to you
very
three.
rude
You have,
otter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe he got a little tip off that Puccini was in the area, and he's gone to seek revenge. Who knows? But yes, you're back in the warehouse. You have this gentleman captured, and he's quite seriously wounded. So, what would you like to do?
Wounded, you say?
Yeah, he's kind of bleeding out. We
Bastian
probably
looks
should-
at Dr. Espinosa. I don't think we have a lot of time.
We should.
Time is exactly what I have. Be just a second. Give me a second. Let's examine these wounds. Does this hurt? I'm just gonna kind of.
I mean, this guy is unconscious after having a musket shot point blank at his leg. So he's
Oh.
pretty much unconscious at the moment.
Well, he's probably dying. He's unable to respond to stimulus. He's not talking. Do we want him to be awake and alive, or like, are we?
No, Shiv, why? There you are.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Just
Panda's
not-
how we'll get you back next time.
yeah. Jesus Christ, Video Ninja, what are you doing to me? Yeah, so he's on the floor, he's unconscious, he's not in a good way. What would you like to do? There's a slight thing we're going to do here. So he has 5 wound levels. So you will have to see if you can have some successful checks to bring him back, or he just slips away.
Could just pour a bottle of red liquid down his throat.
Do you have anything
I mean,
better?
Totally FDA approved, of course.
This has always been researched. It's absolutely fine.
It's been extensively researched. Yesterday.
Just keep him from dying, please.
Do you want him just on the precipice of death, or would you prefer that he
Survival
not
would
die
be great.
today? Like, would you like him to stay alive by not dying? Like, I
Yes,
just
yeah,
need
that would-
specifics here.
Preferably, in case he does have actual kids. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Oh,
Now I
okay,
see the
okay.
error of my ways after I shot him.
Yes. Well then, I guess this will require more than just some red liquid. I think we're gonna have to pull out the surgery kit. I will pull out
Okay.
my surgery kit. It's a healing kit, but it has a lot more knives and little clippy things and scissors, like oversized scissors and clamps. Yeah. Let's do some healing. Oh, and of course some essential
Okay.
salts. We got those are critical in this sort of medical treatment. Essential salts with everything.
Okay. So are you going to give me like is it a medicine check you're going to go for, or are you going to use
I can
your healer's
use
kit? Is that what you're
I
going
can
for?
use a healing kit to heal a d6 plus 4 plus my level, or inflict poison damage.
Okay.
But I mean, they don't want him
You-
dead, so like we'll heal him for a d6 plus 4 plus my level. I don't believe there's a check required here. It's a doctor of
Okay,
science.
just heals him.
Yeah.
Just heals
I
him
also
straight
have
off
potions
the
of
bat.
healing,
Okay.
but those cost money, and these are free. You can only benefit
Yeah.
from one of these per short rest. So
Fair enough.
this is what he gets. So we'll do a d6. Roll that sucker. He gets a 1 plus 4 plus my level's 5, so it'd be 10 points of healing that he receives.
Okay. So as you see, his wounds start to slowly close up as you try and do your surgery bit. You see he just goes and sort of takes a big intake of breath as he's still lying sort of very prone on the floor.
Mauricie's gonna go up to this fine gentleman and be like, okay, now that you're awake, so we have a couple of questions, if you don't mind.
And while Marici and Gaspar are doing this, Bastien is going to go. There are windows in here, right? Like up at the top.
Yeah.
That he's going
Yep.
to keep a watch for. Because I remember there are other people coming. That there was somebody who's going to hijack the shipment. So Bastien's going to go sit and watch.
Okay. Perfect. You're going to keep lookout. So, Marici, are you going to try and you interrogate this guy? Or are you just going to try and sort of persuade him? What's your plan here?
I think persuasion for sure. Like I wanna play good
Okay.
cop now at this point, even though I'm the one that shot him. Out of self-defense.
Are you still holding the musket? Are you still holding
No,
the
the
musket?
musket's to the side.
This is bad cop.
I'm pretty sure the recoil of that musket, it's like Maurice
Yeah,
could
it
not hold
would've
that
just,
thing.
like,
yeah.
It would have just done like the baton from like a marching band over your shoulder away into the rest
Cadet
of the,
Kelly, anybody know Cadet
warehouse.
Kelly? That it went like that.
Yeah. Gone. Yeah, okay. So if you want to give me a persuasion check, let's go for it. Let's see.
Which dice? Okay, this one. How about a 6?
Okay. A 6. He sort of like slowly opens his eyes, and he opens his eyes quite wide, and he's like, "You shot me. You're the one that shot me. Get away from me. I'm not telling you nothing."
Okay.
I'm going to shove the smelling salts into his face.
Eyes immediately start streaming.
Ah,
God.
yes. Wonderful. It worked. I wasn't sure if that would work.
Doctor, do you
Okay.
think you can get some information out of him?
Information? No. How would I do that? Usually information is kept within the mind. Are you suggesting that we do some
You have like a truth potion?
experimental treatments?
Do you have a truth potion?
Truth potion?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I mean, hold on, and I'll pat my bags with my wings and pull out a... do we still have that glass? I think we still have that glass.
We should.
Was that from the
Caspian.
tavern?
Was from the tavern.
Oh no,
That that weird liquid, or
he drank
Cas-
that.
He drank
Okay.
that. Okay,
I think
yeah,
I
yeah.
got
I
it.
knew we had brought it back with us, but I wasn't really sure if we still had any of it left. No bother. I still have some medical grade alcohol. I'm sure this will be more than sufficient to get his tongue rolling. I'm just going to plug it in his
Okay.
mouth.
sure. Give me intimidation because you basically just go drink this.
Oh, intimidation. Oh, I'm super intimidating.
Yeah.
Look at this bird. Intimidation.
Yes.
16.
16.
16.
Okay, he's just like he basically spits all this alcohol out after like turning various colors. And he's just like, okay, just I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Just don't shoot me again and don't give me any more of that shit.
Okay, yeah, we just want to know, why did you attack us, and who are you working for?
We tried to. God, I got kids, man. I got kids. I got to pay the bills. And he just started like trying to get up. He's just trying to get up as he's.
You said you were going to answer my
still-
questions.
Okay. Why did we attack you? Because you asked you asked too many questions, lady. You asked too many questions.
Yeah, I'm security. I'm supposed to ask questions. Second question, who are you working for?
God damn it! They told us there was not going to be any security that was going to turn up here. We were going to just be able to take this stuff out on our own. So when you
Who?
turned up, we were like, "Well," he's just like this, just still reeling from this like alcohol
Bastian
that
can
he's
hear
drank.
this, and he is getting frustrated, twitchy squirrel tail.
Oh, okay. He's like, there's a squirrel. So he basically is like,
He's got a gun.
Squirrel's got a gun. So he's like looking at you, goes, okay. It's the merchants. We're working for one of the merchants, Rochefort. Well, that's what I was told anyway.
Okay, so they're trying to sabotage our employer.
Well, the plan is we're trying to plan. The rumor we had was, well, it's not rumor. I was there. The plan was they were going to import false evidence, and your guy was going to go down for it.
That's what I figured. Thank you for confirming that information for me.
But we heard that the magistrate, the other guy, the government guy, he was going to get paid a lot of money for us taking this stuff, and he was going to funnel it back in to help our guy with his government connections. I don't know. It's above my pay grade, man. You just sort of looking a little bit like.
So what you're saying is there's corruption coming from the top.
Oh well, I mean, isn't there always?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. He's basically Pandolfo, our captain. He's going to try and bribe everyone in the docks to try and undermine every single merchant, every merchant that's in the area that's kind of a bit unhappy with how the city's run. He's paying them off to try and get these black market shipments through, and then blame it on your captain. Planting evidence that he's smuggling illicit weapons into the city, so then they can arrest him and the rest of you guys, you lot as well. You're all going down.
What was that? What was all the
God, my leg.
smoke about? I'll get
My
over
leg.
it. I'm gonna slap
God,
him.
my
Get
leg.
over it.
Oh, well, he's not really going to get over it unless we take the bullet out. That will, of course, fester. It's made of
Oh,
lead,
I'm pretty
you know.
sure that was an exit wound. The leg's gone.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
he's
don't tell him
pretty
that.
much
I
like
assume that
he's probably got
the
like a
panther
big
just
hole.
stops. There's a part where the cat just stops, and then there's red.
Yeah. There's pretty much, yeah. I mean, if he tried to put it stand up now, whatever's left of his leg would just, he's just like, it's pretty much ruined. Oh God, my
we
days
should
as a
amputate
sprinter are
immediately.
over.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh God.
We'll have to
So he
stop the
basically-
bleeding as
he's like-
well.
Listen,
You can
yeah.
see he's like
We should
for
pack the
for
wound.
for a puma person, he's looking a lot paler than he should be. And he says he's like, but Baggio he's the government guy. He's accepting funds from our company, and he's claiming it under infrastructure improvements. There's a way to sort of launder the money. and he's trying to undermine Rochefort at the same time as rival. God, my leg hurts.
Yeah, I think it does. Okay, so I think at this point, Mauricio's just gonna look to the rest of the group and be like, maybe we could get this guy to safety, but we gotta get to our captain and then tell her what's going on, like, now. Because she could
We
be in
still
danger.
have the hijackers coming, the bandits coming to take the shipment of muskets.
Yeah.
I don't think we want them to have them. We can't move them all, but we could set fire to this place and, destroy the muskets. Or that might be. We could do the simple thing and just toss them in the water.
I was gonna say,
That
why
will
don't we just
destroy
throw
it.
them in the water?
Are there any more goons on the boat?
I think we took care of them all.
No, everyone's
Sebastian
either
never went downstairs.
yeah,
So he has
dead.
No idea. He doesn't know about what Gaspar's been up to.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
well.
yeah.
So that guy's gonna die. We could try to get him for help.
Well, you got help right here. I'm more than happy to help. In fact, I
Help him
I
not
happen to
die.
have a room.
Help
But
him
not to die.
continue to live.
Well, you would continue to live. I mean, albeit altered in very slight ways. And we have a mobile laboratory. I mean, that's what we're all about, right?
You know what, Doc? I trust you. So and then Macy's just gonna start
And I
dumping,
don't care what happens
dump.
to the goon.
So Macy's gonna start
Can
dumping
everyone-
a bunch of weapons into the
Yeah,
water.
but-
Just
Bastian
before
starts-
you do that, can everyone go on? Sorry, go on.
No, I'm gonna let you go next.
Okay. Everyone give me perception checks, please, if you would.
Oh man.
Hearing
Never good.
or general?
Just
Perception?
general. Just general. Perception,
man.
please, yes.
You're asking perception from Gaspar.
He's already just preening himself and looking
Yeah, he's quite pleased with himself. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 10, 11.
7, okay. 11.
Okay, this dice from now on, because that one just rolled better.
30-20.
30, 20. Okay, you see this goon trying to reach into his coat, his jacket for something.
Bastian shoots his hand.
Why?
Okay.
That's going to require amputation.
Because it's
Not
over
now,
here,
it's not going to require amputation. 'Cause with
he
any-
basically just goes down. You've just killed him outright because it's gone past through his hand into his chest.
Aw,
Okay,
man.
fine.
Oh,
Oops.
well, what a disappointment. He was going to prove to be so useful for scientific advancements.
Who says he still can't? What was he reaching for?
Did you want to go and someone want to search the body? Just do like an investigation for me if you like.
Yeah, Bastian's still up top, so he'll come back down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just, somebody search him.
7.
7. I mean, it's pretty. I'm going to give you that one just for a basic 7. As you reach, he's had a piece of paper in his hand. He's reaching for.
Please tell me it's not a picture of his kids.
No, it's his wife. No, it's not.
No, it's a drawing. It's a drawing of him with his kids, drawn by one of his kids.
Drawn by one of the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, sunlight,
like-
over the
Yeah.
the square, love, Dad.
Little.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See
Best
you
dad in
soon,
the
Daddy.
world.
So,
yeah.
Son in the corner, stick figures. No, it's not. Basically, it's like a little parchment of paper that as you open up, it just says you've realized that there's a meeting. It has like a time and a place, and it says Renzetti in meeting with, and then it just says X. It doesn't reveal, it doesn't say anything else.
Okay. Once we get done dumping all of these, what time is it right now? Like how long from
I
now?
would
Have we been
say,
killing everybody?
yeah, I mean, it was kind of dusky when you started your killing spree. So I would say it's probably in the night now. You're well into the night by this point.
Okay. So
So
this
if you'd
meeting
like
is
to,
probably tomorrow.
probably tomorrow, yeah.
Okay.
So It just doesn't say date or time, but you could probably think, well, if he's had it now, most likely it's going to be in a day or two.
Okay.
Are you stealthily dumping these muskets, or are you just gonna straight into the water?
I mean, have we been able to do anything stealthily with all the gunfire?
I would say probably not. I mean,
no.
I mean, but
I
Not at
assume
this
that
point.
the corruption has made it so that there's no law enforcement on or around the dock. So the only
Correct,
people
you
who
would
are
be
here to
correct
hear
on that
us
one, yeah.
are dead.
Yeah, I think just.
Yep.
I will say I think Marisi, if there is a small pistol, I think Marisi's gonna just
Yeah.
pocket that. But everything
Okay,
else goes.
that's fine. Yeah, everything else is in the water. Okay.
Yep, we are gonna toss them in the water.
Okay, that's perfect. So, what about the bodies? Are you disposing of them as well? Are they going in the water as well?
Yeah.
Yes, Bastien
Okay.
looks at Gaspar and then looks at Marisi and is sort of like, I don't know, you want to watch this, Marisi? And Gaspar starts stabbing them so that they won't float.
Oh God.
Oh, okay, wow.
I mean,
Okay.
we could have like totally given them over to the medical university here and like at least gotten a couple of gold for that.
Ah, damn, you're right. You could have, but I don't really want to.
I don't feel like we have that kind of time, and I don't want to answer those questions.
Well, you know what? Well, they don't ask questions. You know how difficult it is to get
You know what? You're right.
cadavers for the students. This is valuable stuff here. This is how I learned. We don't ask questions. We just identify the organs.
I mean, do you want one of them? I can't imagine Bastien's gotten through all of them by now.
Oh,
Except for the
No,
one that
there's a
you
few left.
smashed with the crate. That one,
They're
that
pretty-
one's going to stay right there and hope everyone thinks
Smash
it's an
with a crate.
industrial accident.
That sounds
Yeah.
like slander. I would
Fine,
never-
gravity smashed it with the crate.
Gravity, yes. It looks like gravity did such a thing. Yes.
I will say
Is
there
that
was a lot of
industrial
OSHA
accident?
violations here.
Yep.
It's just such an unsafe workplace.
It is a
Kicks
very
into the
unsafe
water.
workplace.
Maurice
True.
has just got a whole list of violations. Not wearing the correct uniform, not
Yep.
union approved.
Mhm.
Don't answer my questions in a timely manner. Get themselves shot.
Yeah.
Questioning
one
the
man turned a
security.
musket on him. Yeah, one man shot himself in the leg with a musket.
That was
Just a really
crazy.
unsafe workplace. Shouted, "I've got kids," then shot himself in the leg. I don't know what that was about.
Workplace incident. Sometimes you
Yeah.
you need to do so to get some workers' comp.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, they were all looking for workers' comp. It was absolutely, yeah.
That's
So-
true. It's true.
What would you like to? So, are you planning to take a body with you? Is that what you're planning to do?
Is there a medical facility that would take bodies nearby?
And how are we
I mean, as-
carrying
as-
this? Because
Well, I
I'm
only
a
have my
little
two
guy.
legs.
Yeah, I'm also a little guy.
Well, if you just pull with your little guy arms, you can just drag the body. It'll be fine.
And where are you
Okay.
in all of this?
So,
Well,
There
I
was-
mean, I
there
don't
would
have
be-
hands. It's difficult for me.
Oh my god.
there would be a university nearby, like a medical establishment nearby that you could
Within
possibly
30
go
feet.
to. No, it's going to be about a mile or two away.
You know what? How
Through the
about we just go
streets.
tell them where they can find the bodies? And
Oh,
they
yeah. I
can
mean,
use their discretion.
they do have interns that do these sorts of jobs. The ones who were helping man the gross anatomy labs. I mean, you've got to get the gross anatomy from somewhere, and this happens to be a lot of anatomy that is gross.
It's true. I bet their
Okay.
diets weren't that great.
Well, if you would like to find out more about the diet, I can certainly show you how we can
I'm good,
examine
thank you.
contents of the stomach.
No.
Just
I'm
like,
Quite fascinating stuff, really.
wow.
I think Maurice-
let me just clarify.
Oh, go ahead.
Go on. I was
Oh.
going to say, I just want to clarify. You are taking you're abandoning the body idea. I assume you're not going to walk through the streets at night.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
With
I
a
don't
No,
want
body.
to
I'm not
carry a
carrying
body.
a dead guy.
No,
A dead guy that's easily twice my size.
we are dumping all the bodies.
That's fair.
While we're
okay,
talking to him
okay.
about if we could take the bodies anywhere, we're still dumping them.
Perfect. It's like the 1, 2, 3 sploosh into the water type thing. Okay.
I will say though,
Um,
those crates did have things that weren't guns in them, and they were very valuable. So Marisi would like to find a small something, just a small little bit of something to maybe take,
okay.
because Marisi's
Okay.
not exactly the
yeah,
most.
that's fine. Give me
Bastian would like to
give me
help.
Yeah.
Bastian has a
Okay. Give me
crowbar.
investigation. Give me investigation with advantage, and we'll see what you can find.
Okay, let me grab another.
Since Bastien's helping you.
Okay, investigation. So that is going to be an 18.
18, lovely. So as you're rifling through, you're going through stuff, you see, there's a long sort of big spool of what looks like rich silk. You're thinking, that's too heavy to carry. There's some nice paintings, again, too big. And then you happen to come upon like a small case. And as you open it up, it's like a very nice silver necklace with emeralds all in it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's mine. Boop, boop, boop.
Good,
And
that's
also,
yours. Okay.
fun. I could, real quickly, if I wanted to, take
Sure.
a quick. I have extraordinary touch, which means, by holding something in my hand, I can recognize the material properties with a nature check.
Okay, go for it.
So that is just above the DC of 13.
13. Okay, so with that, you can feel it. You're going, okay, this is probably some expensive kind of metal that's been used for this. There's diamonds as well, like it's very small diamonds have been laid across the top of it. The emeralds, legit. You're thinking, if I wanted to fence this, it would probably get me a decent coin pouch out of it.
Heck yeah, definitely pocket in that. All right, and a little wink to Bastion.
Just go right in there,
winks
huh?
the camera. Is Bastion looking for anything? Are you searching for anything as well, or are you just helping Marisi pocket this
Bastian
necklace?
just helping Marisi and trying to keep an ear out.
Okay.
He's getting twitchy tail. He's worried about those bandits showing up.
Yeah. We gotta go find the
For
captain.
For you then, if you want to give me a perception for hearing, if you're giving it the twitchy ear.
$21.
21. You hear a group, and with your good hearing, it sounds about 3 or 4 approaching, but they're not rushing. It's more that they're at a steady pace. So you're thinking this could be like a city watch patrol, something like that. That's just that's got to this part of the docks. You're not sure what it is from your hearing, but you can say that there's no rush. So it's not like, oh, we've heard something, we've got to get there. It's more like just approaching slowly at a reasonable pace.
I think we're about to be discovered. All right, let's go. Stop grabbing stuff. Stop looting. Stop smushing. And Bastian starts heading out a back or side door that I believe there is.
Okay.
Because I assume if they're city watch, they're coming in the front.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, there's side doors. There's like little entries and exits around this warehouse you can get out of. So that's perfectly fine. Are you looking back to see who might be approaching, or are you just heading off into the night?
I'll look back.
Okay. So as you're looking back, and I'll use the same role you had there, you can see a group of about 3 to 4 bear folk coming around the corner in their sort of livery of what would be the Nova Marina City Watch. They have like the little lanterns lit and things like that. So they're doing their rounds, just generally chit-chatting and just shooting the breeze as they're like, oh, open, like knock on the, knock it to see if the door's open, all that sort of stuff. They haven't reached your warehouse yet, but they're coming around. Probably about 10, 15 minutes, they'll probably get to your warehouse that you were in. But there's no rush. They're being quite jovial. It's just like, it's their routine route at that time of night. Go around, have a look, and head back for a drink at some point in the evening.
Bastian is like motioning. Come on.
Yeah, Not even
Marisi.
hesitating. Marisi's.
You look like a boo. Stuffing things in your.
Just a trail of coins as she runs off down the street. Dun, street rat.
So now, where are we headed? Are we headed back to Captain Barbolini that Bastian doesn't care about?
I mean, you can either go, you can either head back to the tavern you were in, which had your rooms where your Gramini, your sergeant, was stationed, if you want to, or you can just, wander around the city for a little bit if you like to. It's up to you.
I think we should tell her. I think we should tell her about what's going on. So I think we should go to the tavern to relay information at least, if she's still alive.
Have we decided? I feel like I can't remember who gave us an offer. We didn't have to stay
Oh,
with Gramini.
yes,
How does everyone
yeah,
feel?
I think we kind of
Renzetti.
already fucked up that. Because we were supposed to
Bastian
not
knows
do
it-
anything.
Fucked it up, and it was him and Caspian.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you're heading straight back to the tavern.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? Okay. So
Are we sauntering back, or are we creeping back?
I mean, that's up to you.
Or are you
can
flying
stealth it, or you
back?
can.
Yes, pal.
Oh, I mean, obviously I'm gonna fly back. I'm gonna fly low along the building, along the water line, until I can make a quick veer into an alleyway and then up and over the buildings. Keeping an eye out, of course, for
Okay.
sloths. Because
Yeah.
clearly there's a sloth problem in the city, worse than seagulls.
So as you do that, then, so you watch as Gaspar just takes off and leaves you two to sort of scan the
We'll meet you there, I guess.
building tour.
Ah!
And you two are you going to saunter through the streets, or are you going to act stealthily, or try and just play it as you're just
Oh yeah.
out on the
Bernice's
town?
like, I belong here.
We totally belong here. Just an
Lots of
orange
shoulders
squirrel and
walking down the
a
street.
very rich red
Okay.
panda. We
If I had a
totally belong.
cane, I
Okay.
would be.
Lots of swooshing.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Okay, so as you're walking down the street, you see there's like people, just hanging around, drinking, socializing. There's a couple of street vendors at night who are like doing the 3-card trick, trying to earn a little bit of cash from maybe drunk passers-by and things like that. So after about half an hour of you walking through the streets, you finally get to a tavern, which I think the Skinned Pig. So you get to that tavern, you can see it's, fires inside, nice warm glow. You can hear music and you hear people laughing and just generally carousing as they usually do. As you enter the room, you walk in, you see there's, it's a nice full tavern. What would you like to do?
Look for our captain, honestly, if she's in the room.
Okay. If you want to give me perception checks to see if you can spot her.
Which dice? This one. Natural 20.
Natural 20, lovely. What was that from Bastian?
18.
18. Okay. And at this moment, Gaspar manages to join you after discovering no sloths are making it across the rooftops. It's quite a quiet evening, and the sloths are not about.
Doesn't mean
but
they're
with
not.
a
Just
natural
means they're
20.
too slow to see. Mhm.
The little claw
Mhm.
comes over the bit, with a natural 20, I'll say that you spot her from across the tavern. She's talking to somebody, and then the person she hands the person something, like a note or something. You can't quite make it out what, and the person nods and then just makes their
Do
way
we
out of the tavern.
recognize this person?
You can give me a history check if you like, if you think that you might have seen them interact before, if anything like that.
Well, we rolled a 1, so
I rolled
I'm not going to waste my advantage on that.
17.
17. Okay. No, I must. The advantage goes. I must know who this person is. With a 17, you look and you go. It's not a face you recognise, but you do recognise the livery of like the magistrate of the city. One of the magistrate. Actually, no. With a 17, you'll know it's a symbol of the magistrate of the town you came from, Barlecci.
Okay.
Which is quite odd because why would somebody like that be this far out?
Mm-hmm.
So you see her hand something to him. He nods, puts it in like a side satchel, and he makes his way out another entrance to the bar. He disappears around the corner.
Yeah, I'll try to get her attention from across the tavern and kind of like do some baseball signals to try to get her to meet with us upstairs. Yeah.
We're gonna go have dinner.
I think, yeah. I think that red panda wants me to steal second. I'm not sure. But no, she comes over and she's like, where have you been?
Secure? Doing our job? Wait, what do you mean, where have we been? We're
Well, I mean,
to guard
where's Caspian?
Filtered up.
Yeah,
I
man.
didn't kill him. He's not dead. I just don't know where
No.
he is. I was just being flippant. I'm sorry.
He's on a side quest. Don't worry about him.
Right. So, well, the reason I ask is you're back early from the warehouse. Is the warehouse okay?
No.
This was like an all-night job. No.
Yeah,
What do you
no.
mean?
We have to talk to you about that. Can we be somewhere private?
Okay. She walks. She's like, "All right, follow me," and she takes you around to there's a booth that you sit at, and you all gather around. Do we need drinks for this, or is this a non-drink
yes.
situation?
Yes, of course we
Definitely
do.
drinks, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she sort of waves over, and it's that same guy you met in the first time. He's like, "Oh, hello, welcome to the Skin Pig. What can I get you this evening?"
Yeah, can I just get something light beer?
Okay, no problem. One ale for you. Looks at Bastien. You, sir?
No, thank you. Bastien
Okay.
looks at Gaspar and like, come on. I need
And
this right now.
the guy looks at you with like a little recognition. He's like, "Doctor?"
Ah, yes, you know.
Of course
About
you
time
know.
someone
What would you like?
recognized my station. Yes.
It's good to have you back.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here. I'm glad that I am able to patronize your wonderful tavern. They call this taverns, right? Tavern here.
That's correct. Yes. It's a
Oh,
fine establishment.
wonderful.
I worked here for about 4 years now. It's really good. Really good employers.
4 years. Wow, that's indeed a long time. I remember 4 years of the first section of my medical schooling. Those were good 4 years. You're on your way to becoming, I'm sure, something great.
Doctor, we do have business to attend to if you would like.
Oh
to
yes,
order
business.
your drink.
Business. We do have business. Yes. Give you know what to give me. No, wave a wing.
Sure thing. And Grimani sort of looks at the guy and she's like, "Nothing for me." And he sort of turns around and walks away. And she sort of gets you to lean in. What's going on? What's happening?
So there was a sabotage situation, and Maurice is gonna give a pretty detailed report of what happened, and
Right.
might leave out the part about specifically dumping the bodies or killing people. Just maybe not talk about the people.
Is Marisi talking about
Okay.
the deal that we were offered or the standoff
No.
we got into with the Lynx people?
Definitely not. Leaving that out too.
Okay.
Am I frozen? Here, let me
So-
refresh.
Your face is frozen. Yes.
I refresh.
A red panda in full suspense. And we're back.
You're
Perfect. Video Ninja is not helping us tonight, guys. It really isn't.
Nope.
So as she looks at you and she's like, "Sabotage. What were they?" And then she's like, "So they were smuggling." muskets. Are they looking to like start an uprising? Maybe an insurrection, overthrow
It's
the government in the town?
specifically to try to get them in trouble for smuggling weapons. So it was a plant. They were planting this stuff to get this merchant off the market, I think, and maybe even arrested and tried.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, I did find out while you were gone that there's been a lot of discourse with the two factions of Burbellini and Barbaggio, sorry, and Rochefort. They are really, it's a powder keg, and I do wonder if
Do
either
you mean
one's
that
involved.
literally?
Should I mean that literally? Was there lots of gunpowder in this place?
Well, we dumped pretty much everything that we could find that was incriminating and left everything else. So
Or could be used to destabilize the city.
You would need a
Do you
lot of
have
powder.
any?
I kept one
Full.
pistol.
Okay, and do you have any other evidence that there was possibly this was happening, that this was black market goods? There was any manifesto, anything like that? Did you manage
Damn
to
it.
secure
Where
any of
was
that?
that guy with the the we have to go back, guys. We have to go back. We gotta go find that manifesto.
Oh yeah, the manifesto
So
in the
you-
captain's quarters, I believe they said.
Yeah, we gotta go back, guys. Actually,
Okay, I
Doctor,
mean,
do you want to just fly back?
Oh.
Oh, but I ordered a drink. I mean,
That's fair.
I suppose I could take it to go, but it would require a little bit of finesse. I mean, not that I don't have the dexterity of a surgeon, because I happen to be a surgeon, but I mean, I would rather just have it here in the warmth of the tavern, and then I'll go.
so at this time, the person comes back. He sets an ale down for Maurice. He accidentally spills a little bit on you because he knocks the table. He's a bit clumsy. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And starts like trying to mop the spillage up around
Thank
you. And then he gives the doctor what is this very strange dark green drink.
Ooh,
Why is this
going to
keep
slide it to the
happening?
captain.
She's like, I don't want this shit. Slides it
Oh,
back
no,
to you.
Just give it a taste. Just a small taste.
Doctor,
I
we
mean-
don't have the time for this.
What? Why not? Science never waits for anyone.
So she's just like, looks at you, just like, just drink your damn drink, man.
But
So-
I need to know
so
what it tastes like
you
first.
think? Are you going to taste it?
Well, yes, through her.
Oh my god, stop.
She's like, I'm not touching this. She's like, I don't want this drink. You ordered it.
I'll slide it over to
She's like,
Bastian.
no, thanks.
Maurice's like head desking right now.
Bastian just sort of
What-
pushes it towards the middle of the table and keeps watching the door.
Okay.
I'm keeping an ear
So-
on the nervous little waiter.
Mhm.
Okay, what are you
Does that-
specifically just wondering what he's
He doesn't
about?
like
or-
that he's at the table.
Mhm.
That was weird.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, he's just very clumsy. He just mops it up and he leaves the drink in the middle of the table. So she looks at you guys again and is just like, so you think there's a smuggling operation happening that's trying to frame one of the merchants? You think a government official's involved, but you have no evidence apart from a pistol and whatever else.
Oh,
I mean, can you even verify that pistol
We're
was
not
part of
cops.
this?
We're mercenaries.
It's
I don't
fair.
collect evidence.
Yeah, I'm not much of a detective, but I mean, what do you? You're the boss. What's your advice? Should we go back and try to find evidence? Because at this point, there might be people there trying to hide the evidence.
But I mean, it's very serious allegations that we're going to put to try
Oh.
and clear this whole operation up.
I've got a piece of paper, and I'm gonna hand the paper from the
Our
guy's pocket.
super specific clue.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one's but what
With
the one that's covered in
no
blood
blood
and got
on
a bullet hole through it. Yeah. So she looks at this and she's like, why is there a hole in this piece of paper?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
No, I want answers.
No.
Oh, it
You
was
know
a- it was
damn
a
well
boat.
why there's a hole in it.
Hmm. So there's bodies involved then.
Yeah, they just handed
Many.
over their shipping
Interesting.
manifest and we dumped all the guns and they just let us do it. There's no bodies whatsoever.
Okay. The less I know,
Self-defense.
probably the better.
So, just so you know,
Right. Right.
they did
okay.
start it.
Sure.
They 100% started it.
They did start
Okay.
that.
And you finished it, I assume. You guys finished it. Okay. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah!
I got the last word.
Yeah. Oh, very good. So she looks at this and she's like, okay. That's not far from here. That's okay. Renzetti. That's one of Pandolfo's lieutenants. He's in the city?
Allegedly.
Okay. You've not run into him, have you?
What does he look like?
Remind me who read it.
Well,
That's
he
the...
sort of basically describes him as like yay high. He's a lynx, dresses like this, you know, It sort of explains what he looks like.
Does that description match the description of the
person we ran
That
Super
into.
matches the
friendly lynx
exact
we met?
description. Yeah, the super friendly lynx you met that knocked Caspian off the wall as he tried to spring up the wall. That's the guy you met.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes. He has a bunch of sloth friends.
That's an unusual choice of bodyguard.
mhm.
They're
Speeches.
like roof
Hmm.
sloths too. They're
Yeah,
not
we
like normal
definitely
sloths.
saw them at some point walking towards, you know, not interacting with them, but we did see them. Didn't know who they were.
Give me deception check, please, for saying we never ran into them.
Good thing this is a high one for me. Yay! So that is going to be a 25.
25. Okay. Sort of gives you a look for a minute and just like, okay. That's a bit strange to just literally, we never met them though. She's like, okay, fine. So you saw him in the city. He's here somewhere. So that means he's into something. This note says he's got a meeting with a government official. Right. What we need some evidence. You might have to go back for that manifest if it's there.
Oh,
Secure
I can
that.
get it. I can get it, no problem.
I have a feeling, I have a sinking suspicion because there was a smoke situation that somebody already burned it.
Okay.
So, if the shipping manifesto has been burnt, what other evidence can we gather?
Wouldn't it still be
You
in the captain's
might-
quarters?
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, did you see what was actually burnt?
No, I never checked because
Mm.
we were spooked by some guard.
Okay. You didn't run into the city watch either, did you?
No, we didn't run into them. No, we heard them coming, so we amscrayed.
Is this very much like we didn't meet Renzetti either?
No, we really
She does, like,
legitimately
yeah,
did not
quotes.
run into either of them.
Okay. Sure. Okay. And she's like, okay. So the only thing I would suggest is maybe if you can, I don't know, see if there's like a merchant seal or something, because these papers have to be officially stamped to have some sort of recognition if they're bringing them into the city. If they're forgeries, then they're going to have to be very good quality. So there's either going to be forged paperwork with a forged seal as well. So you'll have to get either one of them.
Got it. Let's go, guys. Let's go, girls.
I mean,
Get it, loser, we're going detectiving.
I guess so.
I mean, do you want to like rest up for the night? Maybe, or are
Yeah.
you literally going to go back now?
Well, I'll go back now. I'll go check the captain's quarters while the ship is theoretically still empty. I'm going to bring that drink with me.
Okay. Are you going to try and drink that drink?
No.
Oh,
I
that's
still
scary.
haven't. I still haven't run the test on the drink yet, and I'm sure I'll find somebody who is going to be able to help me do some science?
So as you go to leave, a person stops you. You see like a boar gut-looking fellow stops you. Sorry, can't take drinks outside. Can't leave the premises.
Oh, well, I was just gonna go get some water to go put in this. Could you put your nose in this? You've got a really good snout. I think that you probably smell a lot better than I can. I mean, the beak gets in the way, of course, for olfactory senses. Would you mind?
Okay, and just sort of like gives it a sniff and goes, "Yeah, it's like absinthe."
Absinthe. Could you give this a taste, just to make sure? I mean, I've heard that there's a lot of artificial absinthe out there.
No, it's fine, but I'm gonna have to ask you either to go back to your table or you're gonna have to leave the drink here if you want to leave the premises. I can't let you leave the premises with the drink.
Well, I mean, if it's absinthe, it certainly is probably flammable. Do you mind if I, like, I don't know, light this on fire?
We'd rather you didn't.
That's the only way to really know. Clearly, I'd have to do it outside.
Marisi, watching this exchange, is just gonna walk up to the doctor, grab the cup, and then walk away to the table.
Let me know how it is. I want a full report.
Okay,
Excellent.
so you're going to leave, are you? Okay,
Yes.
That's fine. The other two, what are you guys doing as Marisi returns to the table with this green drink?
Definitely not drinking that. I guess at this point we're gonna wait for him to get back, see if he gets back.
Okay.
Knocks on the table.
I hope we see him again.
Yeah. Hopefully
That was the end of the crow.
As I assume you're flying over
Yeah.
the place, so you head back. Are you going to try and stealth it, or are you going to go just straight in there?
Straight into the boat?
Oh, you're going to straight. Well, the warehouse. You got to get into the warehouse to get to the boat. So are you going straight?
No. I'm going, waterway. Try and stay low towards the water, if possible.
Okay. If you
below
could
the
give
docks.
me a perception check, please.
Gaspar doing perception? Man, this is asking the world of.
He's the wrong guy to
Wrong
send.
guy. That's a 9.
9. Okay. As you get closer to this, you don't realize until you're very close that there's like black plumes of smoke coming out of this warehouse. As you realize with a 9, you're that close that this warehouse is on fire.
Ah, shit.
The warehouse is on fire or the ship is on fire?
The warehouse, the ship inside, everything is ablaze.
Oh,
Shit.
well.
You start as you like just sort of try and turn. You see there's like people coming down with like big water pumps trying to put the thing out, and the whole thing is just. And there's other merchants running around like getting worried about their warehouses that are nearby as they're trying to put this fire out.
Oh dear.
Would you like to return, or are you going to try and stick around? What you planning to do?
Well, I mean, what I was going to do is no longer possible. And I think what I will do, just for a brief period of time, is wander in and ask if I can help. I mean, surely there's need for a doctor.
You see, like, as you land, there's people, like, you see some of the guys you saw before, the City Watch, Barefolk people, like, issuing commands to people. There's people, like, pumping water to try and put the fire out. You look over to one side, you see there's, like, some bodies that have been lined up on the dock side with a blanket over the top of them. And you hear one person say, we managed to get these burned bodies out of the building, from what they've rescued and stuff. And then then you just see the place is just creaking and as it starts to collapse and that sort of thing. They're like, just get back, everybody get out of the way. And they're trying to like keep everyone back.
Oh, well, I mean, I'll stay back, but I will offer my services as a medical professional. Should those burned bodies require any deburning?
Okay.
Autopsy.
You see one of the City Watch guys goes, just check them to see if they've got any suspicious wounds or anything.
Suspicious wounds. I know all about suspicious wounds. Back in my day in medical school, I saw all sorts of suspicious wounds. You wouldn't believe the number of suspicious wounds I've seen. And I'll waddle over to those bodies to inspect for suspicious
Okay.
wounds.
If you want to give me a medicine check, or if you want to be deceptive and try and hide that you're actually looking at these things, or you're just trying to pretend you are,
Yeah, I'll
it's up to you.
totally do a medicine check. I mean,
Okay.
they're burned bodies, right?
Yeah.
So
we
they
can tell 'em not-
absolutely have no evidence on them whatsoever, right? Because they're
Right.
charred.
That's a-
corpses.
That's a 13 on my medicine.
13. Okay. Again, with your expertise, you can be like, yeah, some of them have been shot, some of them have been, hit with arrows. One of them's got a part of his leg missing, and a shot through the heart. So it's up to you if you want to.
Well, are there
relay
sharks in this
One of the-
water? Because I believe that this person has lost a leg due to probably predatory marine animals. But
Really?
it also looks, yes. And do we have any issues with vampires? I know they're creatures of myth, but this one appears to have been stabbed through the heart.
I don't believe so, but
Cult
I mean,
activity, perhaps?
well, who knows? This city's there's all sorts of things that go on in this city. I
Oh,
mean, we
unfortunate.
just think we did. One of our guys did catch some shadows moving away from the warehouse, so we think it might be like an insurance job. Someone's just set the warehouse alight to reclaim some money or something. So we maybe have to just write this one up as an insurance loss.
Oh, that's terrible and terrible. I mean, the ones who normally pay for the insurance loss are the people who have to pay rising premiums. It's terrible.
Indeed. Anyway, thanks for your help, Doctor. And he reaches in and gives you like 2 silver
Oh,
for your
wonderful.
troubles.
Have you ever had absinthe?
Not for a long time. I had to give it up. It got quite addictive and gambling debts, and it was a bit of a slippery slope.
Fascinating. I would love to speak to you further about the subject. Perhaps at the skinned pig.
Oh yeah, I frequent that place. It's good vibes. Good vibes. Yeah, I
Good
mean,
vibes, yes.
when yeah. Maybe
We'll
I'll see you
have
around.
some
Doctor.
absinthe.
Good day. See you
Good
later.
day.
And he goes as he goes back to like trying to herd the crowd. Like, get back! Come on, get back! Are you heading back to the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay. As the doctor takes off again, you guys, I'd say about half an hour's gone by without the doctor coming back at this point. What are you doing? Are you still at the table with Gramani, or are you kind of off on your own now? With you two off on your own somewhere else?
I think at this point we'd be starting to wind down for the night and probably have the window open ready for the doctor to come into the room that we've got.
Oh, so have you gone up to your rooms, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll go up to your rooms, yeah.
Unless Bastion has a different idea.
Bastien does not. Bastien's just like he's watching the door. He may have barricaded the door because we got the window open, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Super paranoid. Barricade that door. As you're waiting, actually, let me just. Yeah.
The wardrobe.
You hear a knock on the door, like a very like quick, rapid knock on the door.
Bastien presses against like the door frame nearby and has his weapon drawn and is ready and like gestures to Marisi.
Marisi's gonna be like, "Oh, we don't need room service, thank you."
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just leave some towels outside, and it's the same. You recognize the voice is the same waiter from downstairs, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'll leave some towels outside the door for you."
Thank you so much.
That's okay. And he sort of goes to, and you hear his footsteps walk away, off down to the downstairs.
You have a feeling that kid's in over its head.
Yeah, I don't think he actually had towels for us. I mean, we just got here. We got fresh towels.
Okay.
Hotel margins are very thin. He wouldn't be giving us valuable towels.
Suspicion.
So, we're not gonna kill him, right? We're gonna let him live.
Not yet.
He's really bad. If he's a criminal, he's not doing a very good job of it. So, I think we should just let Let him live.
For now. For now. We're not ruling anything out. Speaking
Yeah.
of dead, do you think Gaspar's okay?
You know, I think if anything, I'm more worried about other people than the doctor.
I just hope he remembers to come back.
Yeah, at this point, he could be experiment. I mean,
Like flies away, he's just like 50 miles south, like, oh crap, I forgot. It's the thing we're doing.
he could be at the university right now teaching a lesson.
So at this moment, as you say that, you see Gaspar just gracefully glides in through the open window into where your rooms are.
Oh, thank
I
you
was-
for joining us, Doctor.
I was worried that like the window would be closed. I'll just like smack into it, you know.
Doesn't see it.
Oh.
As we're talking, we just slowly start shutting. No.
He's not coming back at this time.
Oh no! Ah,
Cleanest window ever.
It's happened before.
yeah, many times, many times. Back in medical school, we were testing the effects of concussions from various different thicknesses of glass. All part of course, a works project for the avian nation. We have very small skulls, you see, made of very brittle bone.
Anyway,
The doctor's lost
Bastian
lots
like
of good
unlatches
friends.
the door and peeks out. Are there any towels?
No, but you do see like a note just slowly float to as it hits the floor, as it's wedged in your door.
ooh,
He
get that.
snatches it and pulls it in.
Okay.
What's it say?
What's it say?
As you look at it, you see like in like very scribbled handwriting, it says, "You've been followed. Be careful." And it's signed with like a little seal, like a little symbol that you would know that belongs to your own group, the Company of the Spear.
Oh, so he's one of us. Ah, he needs to get better at this.
I do feel a little bad for him though. I
Oh,
hope he didn't actually drink that crap.
I guarantee you he did not. Okay. We need to get some rest. And like should we take
Where's Dramani at this point? Our little captain.
She basically was like, "I'll let you rest for the night." She had other business to deal with, and she left
Okay.
to see some other folk and go back to wherever she was roomed as well.
Cool.
Is she roomed in the same tavern?
She got you rooms, but you don't know if she got a room there herself.
She got
As far
herself
as you
a
were aware.
high class. She got herself a presidential suite somewhere.
Bastian regrets not taking Renzetti's deal.
Yeah, actually,
Guys,
you know
I'm
what?
a bad
I
guy
think
now.
Mauricio would want to talk about that a little bit. Be like, should we have taken that deal? I don't know. Like, I'm very conflicted about all of this. Like, I feel like we're getting in the middle of a conflict that has nothing to do with us, and it's just kind of like, why are we even like? We should just leave, right?
I don't trust her. I think that she would sell us out. I think that she's left us here in danger. I want to know who she's meeting with, and I think we should keep an eye on her.
Absolutely, I agree. I don't trust any of these people. I don't trust people offering us jobs to do nothing, and I don't trust the person who hired us to do this. So yeah, that's why I didn't tell her. You know,
Wait, what
I
are we
don't trust
talking
my
about?
boss, guys.
I don't trust my boss. I don't trust the guy delivering newspapers down the street. You know,
I don't trust this poor waiter.
I don't trust the waiter, but I think I trust him slightly more now.
Are we talking about Barbolini?
Oh no, our
Grimani is our lieutenant.
Yeah,
I
Grimani
don't
is-
remember who Barbolini is.
Oh, Barbolini.
Barbolini's the captain.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's the overall commander of the mercenary group.
Who hates Grimani.
Oh, well, I mean, if Bartolini
Grimani-
hired Grimani, I'm sure she's fine. He could do no wrong. He hired me, after all.
Not saying that I'm questioning your character. I'm more questioning others.
You know, I did learn a lot today about the qualities of absinthe. It apparently also has the side effect of driving up gambling debts. Did you know that?
It's very interesting. I don't like gambling because I like keeping my money.
Well, I have a theory about Caspian. As he did consume some of the drink, he may be gambling right now.
That's fair, actually.
I'm looking forward to asking him about that when I see him next.
Should we take turns resting? So, since we are being followed.
Yes, we should definitely do that. We should also barricade this door and lock the window
Yes, definitely.
and shut the curtains.
Well, how will you look outside if the curtains are closed?
It's more about people looking in
Oh,
along iron sights.
I don't understand.
Who wants first watch?
Hey,
Okay. Good night.
Okay. Lovely. Okay, so if you're going to take first watch, if you want to
the
give me
deal
a
is
perception.
that while Bastien is resting, Marisi has to explain to Gaspar about like sightlines and people getting shot and why we close the windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I learned new things since becoming a military person. That's what
And
we are,
Gaspar,
right? Military people.
You've not told these two anything about where you've been or what you've seen at all, no? Is that correct?
Oh, no, they haven't asked. I completely forgot.
I mean, it's up to you. It's entirely up to you. If you don't want to tell them, it's fine.
Oh, no, it's not a matter of not wanting to tell them. I actually, like, literally completely forgot. Yes. So fascinated on this absinthe research that I've been doing since arriving here in this town.
What for the-
Oh, yes. Everything's burning. The city's burning.
Everything's burning?
Well, I mean, everything I saw was burning. I think more will be burning later.
So we didn't have the evidence is gone, is what you're telling me.
Oh, no, the bodies are there.
And
No, the evidence that we needed.
yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, well, if you're talking about evidence, like evidence of a crime, I mean, yeah, there's bodies there for sure.
No.
but the-
No. The evidence of crimes that aren't ours.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, if they were able to fish out the bodies from the water, perhaps they were able to fish out the guns from the water as well.
God damn it.
And I'm not really sure what was in the chest that fell into the hold. I didn't really stick around to find out, but they're on fire too, I think.
Okay, so all the evidence is on fire. So you stopped them from knowing that they got killed from anything but a fire, right?
Oh, I let them know that it's possibly cult activity.
Oh, great. That sounds great, actually.
I mean, I
Hopefully
have
that
to
stuck.
assume. The bodies were kind of burned slightly beyond recognition, but the wounds do match the bodies that we interacted with before.
Yes. Okay. Well, here's hoping. Man, playing a mercenary is fun.
Just like, well, what'll be will be.
Yeah, well, if we have to run out of town, we have to run out of town.
Right.
it's
I have
probably-
no attachments to this place. I don't
It's a
care.
It's
Tuesday
probably
anyway.
fine.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So, is it Bastien's taking first watch?
Bastien's taking first watch.
Okay. Do you want to give me a perception check?
All right. Perception check it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna waste my advantage because I rolled a 6, and that's not good enough. Something's gonna happen.
Okay.
— 21.
21. Okay, with the 21, you part of the evening goes by. Your two comrades have gone to bed. You don't really hear anything or see anything suspicious. Are you looking out the window? Are you keeping an ear on the door? Are you sort of doing both, switching between the two? Are you
Switching between the two.
okay?
And keeping
So
ears
out the
cocked.
window, yeah. So out the window, you basically see the people sort of wind down. Less and less people appearing on the streets. Less and less people about. You know, the city's starting to go into like a sort of quiet. At the door, you see, as you're listening at the door, you hear the crowd noise downstairs start to ebb away, and it becomes quiet as the tavern starts to close. But yeah, you pass by uneventfully. Who
He's
would like
also been
the next
cleaning his
watch?
guns the whole time too.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
perfect. Just keeping everything, taking it apart, putting it back together, taking it apart, putting it back together, clean as it can be. Who's taking next watch?
I think Marisi will take it.
Okay. So
That
if you'd
just
also like
perception?
to give me a perception check. Yep. Yes, please.
Baby. Okay. That's decent. 15 plus 17.
17. Okay. Yeah. Again, still very quiet night. Nothing about. Maybe you'll catch a glimpse a few hours into your watch of a couple of torchlights, and you're like making them out again. Similar sort of city watch people patrolling a couple of the streets again. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing suspicious. Yeah, that's all you see for your watch. Nothing
All right.
eventful. And Gaspar, you are last watch, I believe.
Yes, my specialty is watching. Super focused. And by that, I mean I'm going to spend part of it making some healer's kits. Let's see, I can make a number equal to my int modifier. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna bump up some of that, make some poisons, the usual sort of stuff for, no particular reason. And
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Just doing your thing.
Yeah. Do I'm sure if I had headphones I'd be listening to some really good upbeat science music, but
Yeah.
we just have a bard for that, I think, and those are expensive. There's no one really awake to hire.
Okay.
Can't look out the window, the curtains are closed. This is awful.
Just
The
like,
noisiest watch
no,
I've ever heard.
Yeah, in
And he
fact,
sings
you
like a
two are
crow.
disturbed. Yeah. You two are sort of wake up in between as his watch, as he's tinkering, talking to himself, doing all these little things, and you're just like, shut up. So,
Throw a pillow at him.
what was your perception check? Or are you not even percepting?
Oh, I mean, you're asking Gaspar to do a perception check? Oh, man.
Remember the window.
I mean, it's your choice. If
Yeah,
you
I
don't
mean-
want to and you just want to tinker all night, that's entirely your choice. If that's what you want to do.
I'll do one at disadvantage because he's only partially
Sure.
paying attention. This is not really his thing.
Okay.
Does he understand what we're doing?
I mean, yeah, kind of. Like, hey, he's a medic, man. Like, come on, listen. This is 13.
13. Okay. You're kind of sort of very distracted by what you're doing. You kind of glance out the window a couple of times. You're like, curtain's still there. Fine. Look out again. Well, curtain's moved a bit because of for whatever reason. Maybe you've moved it. You can't remember if you moved it back. Whatever. Tinker, tinker, tinker. Not much going on. Nothing going. Very quiet as you continue to make your healer's kits. You might see like a little. You might hear like a little dink, dink, dink at the window, then stop again, and another dink, dink, dink. But whatever. Probably just something outside.
Sloth
Saw
assassin.
its
It's
reflection.
fine.
Yeah. Whatever. Again, curtain's still there. Nothing to worry about. And that's your watch.
Excellent.
So, you've had a nice, eventful sleep. You can all take a long rest, and at that
Yay.
point, we will go to break.
Yay!
Excellent.
Hello, We are back from a
Hello.
little bit of an extended break. We were having some fun and some giggles back here in the green room, but it was all fun. It was all good. But we're back with our wonderful band of players. So before the break, everyone had a nice long rest. They were, doing the usual good time thing, keeping watch for any suspicious behavior, and the whole night went by uneventfully. So,
No suspicious
As
behavior
the-
was noticed.
Nope.
exactly. None whatsoever. Maybe the sleep wasn't as, nice as it could have been with the doctors tinkering. Who knows? But the sun comes up. You awaken in your room. You can hear the tavern kind of starting to wind back up again. You start to smell that it's been food being cooked and things like that. So what would you like to do?
I am going to provide. I believe Marisi is the one who uses bullets, correct? No,
I
it's
have a
Bastion.
pistol.
Bastion's
yeah.
the one who uses bullets.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes. I will hand Bastion a number of vials and instruct them to coat their bullets in this liquid.
Can I touch it with my hands, or do I need tongs?
Well, I mean, out of the interests of science, I wouldn't mind if you didn't use gloves or tongs, but discretion, of course, is yours on how you wish to handle the liquid.
Gloves it is.
Contact, of course, is half of its function.
Gloves it is.
And-
Thank you so much. They will be put to good use.
Anyway, I'll give you 10 doses, and they inflict poison damage equal to 3d6. It keeps its potency until we take a short rest. No save.
On the
Extra 3d6 points of poison damage.
in the vial, or once it's coated.
It has to be coated. But the potency of the liquid in the vial diminishes completely at the end of a short rest. So we're kind of time dependent on its use should you need it. I can whip it up, whenever I want, but I mean, it's kind of awkward to be doing that to your bullets in the middle of you shooting the gun.
We will say that Bastien has in fact done this now, and he has 10 poisoned rounds.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect. And what's Marisi doing as they're exchanging their poisoned bullets and all that good stuff?
I think they're just kind of morning grooming. Very.
That feels a lot.
Marisi has a very extensive morning
Yeah.
routine.
Lots moisturizes, does all the stuff.
Yeah.
Just comes out the hair in like the towel turban thing going on. Like you've been to a spa or something.
Yeah. Shiny, smells great, lavender.
Lovely. It's like pink grapefruit wafting around the room.
When was the last time any of us saw Grimani? Bastien asks
Grimani
aloud,
was-
pointedly.
Oh, there you go.
Grimani.
What species is she?
She is a falcon.
The falcon that tells us to go places.
Oh, I knew I liked her. Nice feathers, well kept. Screeches a lot.
I mean,
She
I
does
assume
that.
she went to whatever place she's staying. Do we want to try to find her without her knowing we're finding her?
I mean, when you put it like that, yes, I would like that.
Okay. I'm down.
All right, we're gonna go stalk our commanding officer.
Okay, so you're going to unbarricade your door, unlock it and all that. Sort of stuff.
Hopefully not scratch up the floor, shove the wardrobe away.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna
Oh,
go
yeah.
So-
Open the
shopping.
curtains.
Okay. So as you open the door, you notice that where the keyhole is, there's a fair few faint-looking scratch marks around the keyhole.
Hmm.
Can you tell anything by touching it?
Me touching the keyhole, I can tell you material properties, but it's like not like a future sense or a past sense kind of situation.
Flashback.
Yeah. I wish. That'd be cool as hell.
Go into full CSI flashback mode.
I'm not
Be like,
Full
the
Sherlock.
geometry floating in front of the screen, you know?
Yeah. It's like beautiful mind, lots of equations.
Somebody was messing with the door.
Yes. I think someone tried to get in at some point and failed. So
You can tell because you're experienced mercenaries. You can tell by looking at this, like it's a very poor attempt at a lockpick. It's somebody possibly inexperienced who's just not very dexterous and a little bit sort of clumsily tried it.
Are any of us good
Probably.
at like olfactory perception checks? Can we scent anybody? Can any of us do that?
You can try. You can try if you like.
I would like to try.
Go for it.
14?
14. You're kind of overpowered by Maurice's like whatever skin routine she's had on. As like that's kind of blocking the smell, but you can sort of there's like a definite sort of a hint of a musk and little traces of, as you can experience yourself, of like there's a strange like a gunpowder type scent behind it as well, amongst the pink grapefruit and cucumber and whatever else scent that's wafting in this area from the beauty routine of the red panda.
Do I recognize the species of the musk?
I would say give me a history.
$21.
21. It's a very hedgehog type scent.
I share this information with a pink grapefruity hedgehog. Something like that.
Hedgehogs.
oh, the grapefruit part I think is just sorry. And she like, puts away the perfume
You
bottle.
basically see a pink aura around you.
Yeah. Slowly puts it.
Does the game put hedgehogs? What like family order does the game put hedgehogs in?
They are in. Let me just check for you. I think they are in. They come under the the LEP, which is like you've got your hedgehogs, you've got your moles, you've got your shrews. So
Not
they come
otters.
under that sort of thing.
Okay.
No.
And have we had time since we woke up? Or are we doing this immediately upon waking?
Yeah,
We
I would say
definitely
you're
had
doing this
time.
immediately. Yeah, I mean, you've woken up and this is what you've had the opening the door experience.
How much time do you think has passed since we woke?
Probably about 10, 15 minutes.
Well, as we make our way, doesn't really say exactly how this works, but Gaspar is going to be spending the next 40 minutes as we make our way, perceiving, stopping to be like, look at the thing, turn around and look, stop and crane his head to listen. And if birds could smell, he would smell things. but they don't. I don't think. So he doesn't
Okay.
smell things. So that at the end of an hour, he gains proficiency in perception. Now that he's
Oh,
focusing on
okay.
it. Something Corvids.
Okay, fair enough. So you can spend this time as you're, talking and walking downstairs, and maybe you've got a table. Are you having any breakfast while, the doctor is what looks to be like sashaying around with looks like a fashion show as he's like preening around.
Yeah, I think
Stop. Look.
I'm gonna
Stop, look.
I'm gonna focus on foods that I can carry with us, so that I'm not sitting
Okay.
down and eating a full English breakfast.
Okay. No, that's fine. You got some there's like some pastries and some other bits that you could take with you as like food to travel with.
They have a
yeah,
continental breakfast set out.
Yeah, they basically have something similar to that, or like a charcuterie type thing with cold meats and things and cheeses, if you'd prefer that as well. They have a breakfast buffet, whatever you desire.
Bastian looks around to see if he sees our little friend.
Are you looking specifically for the otter, or?
No.
Or are you looking for-
What species is the sad,
Waiter.
abused waiter?
Yeah.
Oh, he would be. Let me just have a look. Let me see here on my list of things. One moment, please. He will be. He is a. He's like a little robin.
Aw. Oh, now I feel really bad not trusting him.
But he's like, if you imagine like a robin that's like sort of halfling dwarf type size, sort of 4 foot tall robin. Yeah, not
So
like
he's my size.
tiny, but
He's
Yeah.
my size.
roughly your size, maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah, he's just like mopping tables. He's like cleaning tables. And then you see him like have a tray of glasses turn round, lose his footing a little bit, and glasses just smash on the floor. And he's just like, ah.
I perceive
And
that.
as he goes to get like a, broom and like a dustpan and sort of start brushing it up, as he's like, oh, that's gonna come up my wages. He's like, shh, 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 as you walk on by.
Oh. I can't remember what I can do with brewer's supplies. I need to look that up.
Make beer.
Let me just check for you. I think you basically there you just make like drinks, like a mixer.
Yeah.
Gaspar also has brewer supplies.
Of course.
Yeah.
Would
So-
love to make some beer with you, or wine, or anything
Yeah.
that ferments. It's just about fermentation, really.
Well, I think
You have like just like a little microbrewery going.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think Marisi is always carrying a couple of like high class bottles of wine that totally got legally. So I think
Relocated.
yeah. I think Marisi's gonna come up to our little Robin friend and be like, thank you so much for your good service last night. You're wonderful. I wanted to just, hand this over to you. Maybe you could give this to your employer to get some good favor.
Okay. As you hand it to him, he goes to grab it and he just slips straight through his grip and smashes on the floor.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh,
Are you okay,
no.
little guy? You having a stroke?
He just has like. It's like, can anyone smell copper? No. He just
You smell
basically-
toast.
Yeah, smell toast or almond, not taste almonds. He basically just puts his head in his hands and he just starts to sob.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's
Bastian
not
is
a big
deeply
So
uncomfortable
bad.
with this and just starts looking at Gaspar. Like,
I'm
duh.
so bad at this job.
What,
I'm so
what?
terrible.
You are, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. Not you get there.
Just a little guy. Just a
Stop
little
dropping
guy.
shit.
Well, the first reason why you're failing at this this task is that you're trying to use your wings for things that creatures with, I don't know, arms could possibly do. Use your feet. Feet is better. Balance on one foot. Move your feet. Let me demonstrate.
I just thought it'd be a bit strange that me handing people drinks and things with my feet. They might get weirded out or something.
Be considered like a harness. Maybe
I
with
see
a
monkeys
tray.
doing that all the time. Don't even worry about it.
Well, would you want your food handed to you with a robin's foot? Would that be okay?
I've seen weirder
Better
stuff.
than on the floor.
Yeah.
That's how all bars are in the avian nations.
Start sobbing again. Just like shoulders up and down.
Oh my gosh. Do we? You know what? This guy's. I'm assuming.
Just
What's your
hand in his
name, little
face.
guy?
Yeah.
It's Lancelot.
Oh God, dang it! Stop making us love him.
Lancelot Montel. Lancelot
Oh.
Montel's my name.
Oh, Lancelot, let's go to the privy and wash your face and clean you up a little bit. Maurice's gonna walk him over.
As he walks, you
What was
see
his
him
last
slip
name
on the wine and land on the floor.
Oh my God.
Montel.
Okay. Yep. I'm just gonna hold
He's just
you.
like, oh, my back.
I'm gonna hold you up. This guy is helpless.
Oh man,
Bastian's
what
outside the
safety?
door.
This place is dismal.
Sort of like, this is what my life has come to.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah, Maurice is-
you're getting him towards like the toilet area, yeah?
Yeah. Just to.
Are you all following or just Maurice taking him there?
Bastian's just like outside the door, like listening to this, like,
Okay.
waiting for Maurice to stop mothering this sad little bird.
Poor baby bud.
He's just like, oh, my back. Oh.
Oh.
And as you go behind the door, he's like, oh, thank God you're here. And he hands you a note. And he's like, I've been waiting all morning for you guys to come down.
Yeah, I figured.
Gramani told me to give you this.
Thanks. What does it say?
It basically, as you open up, she's like, it says, I know the location of the meeting. It's a warehouse, and she gives you like directions. You know, here, it's a possible that there could be more contraband, but I know that Renzetti is supposed to meet a government official here, as your previous information. Either tail him, or if you can, listen in, gain information, take whatever you need. We need to expose this, whatever's been happening.
How much time do we have till this meeting takes place? And where did Grametti go?
Well, Lancelot says to Maurice, he's like, she came in here about an hour ago, realized you weren't up, was quite angry, gave me this note, and told me to give it to one of you guys when you appeared. She said the meeting's in probably 2 hours.
She didn't
She has
think to
sources.
knock?
She probably did.
Well, and then
Is that going to refer to
He
anybody?
opens-
Any of the birds we know?
he opens like a door, and you see like slumped inside is like a hedgehog,
Oh.
and you see he's
Oh.
like being.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found this
got
one.
it.
I found this one sniffing around your door.
Wow, thank you. Wow, you're way more. Damn, is that all an act?
Listen, my family was in the circus, so
I love
I'm a
this
pretty
guy.
decent fall. I'm a pretty decent fall down guy.
Dude, I love you. You're my best friend.
He's like, I mean, the workplace relationships of friends and stuff can be a bit strange, so let's just keep it professional.
Sure.
And he's like, okay, so she says you've got to go to this warehouse, you've got to find what's going on. She said she's gonna tie up some loose ends and figure out some other information. She's got a meeting with the magistrate, and she's possibly going to see if maybe they can be lent on to give us some extra help in all of this.
Can I ask you a personal question, Lancelot?
Sure,
Just between us.
go for it.
Bastian's totally listening,
How
but
do
he's
you...
totally not listening.
What is your perception of Gravani, like, as a person?
I mean, she's a very experienced mercenary. She's been sort of in charge of this bronze division for a number of years, from what I understand. Quite resolute, quite sort of, she knows her stuff.
Character, though.
Character? Loyal is the main thing I've got from her. She's very loyal to Barbolini, very loyal to his cause of trying to get us legitimized. I don't suspect she would ever betray him, but I mean, I don't know her that well personally. It's only I just take orders, and I'm kind of like the front man. I get put in places to listen to information and gather information and be the go-between. She's in and out quite a bit. She's comes in, we discuss, and then she moves on.
Yeah, do us a favor. Just keep listening.
Sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
That's all. I'm not,
Okay.
I just don't trust anyone. Is that fair? As a mercenary, that's...
I mean, I think that's probably a good thing to be.
Yeah. Cool.
Suspect everyone, trust no one, that kind of mentality.
Yeah. We probably legitimately should get you cleaned up, though, because it will look suspicious if we walk back out and you're still covered in wine. I'll help pat him down.
Yeah, he just sort of like quickly just like...
The hedgehog. Is the hedgehog dead?
Yes, the hedgehog is dead. Yeah, the hedgehog...
By what means?
If you inspect
Cause
it,
of death?
yeah, throat slit, basically. He was... You can surmise that as
Damn,
he was
Lancelot!
coming into the door, someone come up and just did the old, like the spy ship and took him away. But you can tell, like, from outside your room, there's no blood traces, there's nothing. It was whatever he did, if it was him, it was pretty quick, swift, and very precise.
Damn, why isn't he in
Blood red breast.
with us? You sure you don't
He's like,
want
I'm just a little guy. I'm just a go-between
this
guy.
little guy?
Just a little guy.
Okay, I want to search. I want to
I have
search the little hedgehog.
Okay, yeah, you can search him. You find like a little purse of probably about 6 gold. You find, like a small sort of like what looks like a letter opener type knife, or it could be like one they would cut apple with, something like that. Something sort of very
Is it unique
nondescript.
in any way?
Not really. It's a pretty much a bog standard thing you would probably find if you were looking for something like that, as like just to cut an apple, something very sort of like little knife. You find he's got like a small kind of short sword on him, and yeah, he would have had. You can see like he has a quiver, but it's empty. That's empty, and if he had a quiver, he probably would have had a bow. That's gone as well.
I'm pretty sure our friend took them, and I'm fine with that.
If Bastian offers Medici the bladed weapons,
Yeah, why not? I mean, I already have
Okay,
a
so you
side sword. I'll just take another one. Heck yeah, double-sided.
okay, so you've got another
do you want
like
the cute
short
little
sword.
letter opener?
Sure.
Does this thing have any use in combat? Like,
I have
is it
a
literally
dagger.
letter opener?
Yeah, I mean, if you had a dagger, this would probably be like close to some like butter knife. That kind of like that's kind of as good
Total
as it's
psycho.
not the sharpest. Yeah. And then you find a couple of like little notes, like scribbles of, basically your movements, what room you were in, and kind of, this time, Crow returns to room. Red Panda and Squirrel haven't left. You can tell that this person's been watching you, taking notes for what you can see is a couple of hours, looking at the timeline of what he's written down.
Maurice's definitely going to take those notes, dump them in the water a little bit, rip them
Mm-hmm.
up, and then throw them into the toilet.
Okay. Which
Destroy
would have
the
just been
evidence.
like a hole into like a sewer system underneath.
Make sure it's
in
real
that sort of
poopy in
time
there.
period. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope that
yeah,
wasn't
and that's-
evidence of anything.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what you find on him. Yeah. So what else would you like to do? As Lancelot's like looking around, like, right, we better get back out there because the manager will
Yeah.
probably want to know where I am.
I don't have any more questions for him. Do you? Either of you have anything you need to ask?
Bastian just sort of pats this Lancelot on his shoulder and just walks by.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
Good job.
No worries. And he goes back to the pretense of pretending to sob and cry his shoulders and goes, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed," as he just wanders off.
Yeah,
into
and
the bar.
as we walk out, Maurice is gonna make a bit of a show of be like,
Mm.
"Whew, man, that kid's got a lot of work to do to
Kids
get."
these days.
It's
Oh
like,
man.
Oh, it seems like it. I mean, no one's even come over here to clean this up yet. It's all just a giant mess. Workplace hazard, this. What if somebody
Yeah,
would
let's
slip on
be
it? They're
blind.
being sued.
I almost feel like we need to unionize some kind of association that, watches over safety, workplace safety.
You know, I think that you're onto something there. I think that we do need something like that
You know,
across all of the land, really.
maybe mercenary life isn't for us. Maybe we need to organize. All right, anyway.
That is not a bad idea.
Bastian
We should
is
start speaking
quietly
to the nobles.
thumbing his gun.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
Oh,
Now, I do
dear,
have some
you
ideas
nice
about
bloke.
how we could build some regulatory bodies that handle medical issues in the workplace.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to do now? Are you still on the hunt for Grimani, or are you thinking about heading to where this possible meeting might take place?
Do we want to go hunt for Grimani? Do we believe her? I know what she told him, but do we believe her?
I think I'm going to trust Lancelot because we've already asked him to listen into what she's doing. So I think I'm going to trust him and let him do that part. And who knows? Maybe Caspian, whatever adventure he's on right now, he could give us some assistance later. So
Oh, he's gambling.
Who knows?
he's on his
Well-
50th round of 3 cups right now.
Well, I mean, he did drink the absinthe, and as I've learned, the side effects of absinthe are compulsory gambling.
And he's
That's
just
true, he
basically like, I will win one at some point.
Absolutely.
Just burning through loads of money. 49. 0-49 of the cup game. So you're gonna Grimani, you're gonna leave that one there alone for the time being.
For the time being.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So you've got a couple of hours to kill before this, where this meeting is, this warehouse. This warehouse isn't quite on the docks, it's more inland. It's more sort of on the other side of the city. So it's up to you. What do you want to do? Do you want to head straight there and try and scope it out? Or are you going to just sort of be about the city for a little while?
I kind of want to check out where the fire last night, if how
Okay.
as a concerned citizen.
Okay.
Or
So if
Are
you
we
want to head back
going
to the docks, you can do that. Mhm. So if you want to head back to the docks, you'll head back to the docks. I'm assuming you all want to do that. Is that what you want to do? You want to check it out?
I don't know. If,
Bastian is going to go scope out the second warehouse
yeah.
stealthily as
Okay.
he can.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to give me a stealth check then, if you want to go and check, see what's happening over there.
— 14.
14. You make your way. I mean, assuming everyone else is staying back, are you, or are you following Bastian?
I think Marisi wants to do more of like a word on street kind of situation, talking to everyday
Okay.
people and seeing what, because people talk.
Okay. And Gaspar, are you following Bastien, or are you kind of sticking with Maurice, or is the good doctor doing his own thing?
Well, I mean, if we're going to be splitting the party, I mean, might as well do it proper, like.
Okay, sure.
None of us are anywhere near each other.
Yeah. I mean, clearly we need to. I wonder if we should just like go straight to the guy in charge. You know, the big guy, the guy who wears the fancy clothes. You know, Fettuccine or whatever his name is.
Fettuccine.
Oh, you want to? Fettuccine.
You know.
You want to go find Burbaggio, do you? The merchant, the government guy.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk to the government. I mean, we are going to be forming a new regulatory body. Let you know, maybe he'd want to hear the sales pitch for that.
Oh wow. Next minute, strike breakers on the street.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's maybe a good way of keeping him and his people distracted. And also a good
If that's
way to
what you want to do.
also keep eyes on him. But, like, you know, that's a terrible idea. Not that Gaspar is full of good ideas.
Okay.
Are you trying to plan a revolution?
What? No, come on, listen. I would have never done such a thing in the past. Listen, I have always been an upstanding citizen throughout my entire life. Don't be smear my name. But yeah, like kind of wanna you know go see what's going on over there in the big house.
Okay, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. So we've got Bastien going to see what the second warehouse, scope that out. You've got Maurice trying to do the street interviews, and Gaspar is heading off to essentially what is the magistrate's kind of magistrate's hall. Okay, perfect.
And
Let's do
Caspian
that.
is floating like
He is in the
in the
E3
burning
somewhere.
nowhere.
Yeah, he's doing box things, you know, through bushes, in trash. Who knows? He is the trad wife, so we don't know what he's
Shopping. He's shopping.
Yeah, just making lots of cakes and all that good stuff. So with
And
what was
churning
it?
butter.
What was it? Yeah, exactly. Just doing that for hours. Massive forearms. So comes back like a really yoked fox. So Bastien, what was it? 21 you rolled for your
14 for my stealth check.
14 for stealth. So you managed to get, get through to where this second warehouse is. You can see it's a little bit, like I say, it's not in the docks area. It's more in what would be like a more industrial area, factories and that sort of thing, like mercantile sort of guilds, like a textiles factory and all that sort of stuff. And you see this warehouse. You're like, okay, doesn't look like much from the outside. You see some workers coming and going. Then with a 14, you start to see, hang on a minute, there's a couple of shady characters hanging around. And you look at them and go, that looks like they're wearing Tempestus Legion livery symbolism. So they are watching this warehouse, guarding this warehouse. They're in and around the place. With a 14, you're like, okay, so this is the one we've got to try and figure out to get into, but they're there. So that's what you figure out with a 14.
Want to honestly keep an eye on entrances, exits, and like patrol routes. Sort of like how many people are going in, how many people are coming out. Are those numbers roughly even? Okay.
So you're going to spend some time doing that. Okay. So we'll now go to Maurice. You're in the street. You are taking in the town or the city of Nova Marina. What kind of thing are you looking for? What kind of stuff are you up to?
So we've established already that the people here pretty much know, people aren't disenfranchised. They kind of are aware that there's a lot of corruption around here.
Yeah, it's kind of like unspoken thing about people going, if I pay someone X, I'm sure this will happen.
Yeah, I kind of want to start planting ideas in people's heads to see if we can get a little bit of a distraction later.
Okay.
Of
fine.
like, you know, we could make things better, you know? We could do better. We could rise up, you know?
Do
you know?
you hear the people sing
Seize the
songs
means
that
of
revolution-
There
operation.
and the red canvas.
Yeah. Man the barricades. Yeah, no, that's fine if that's what you want to do. So are you just going to try and find, like, are you looking at merchants on the street? Are you looking at just regular people? Are you going like,
Yeah.
hey, you know,
A mix
we could
of
do
all of that.
big
Yeah,
things.
yeah. Looking
Okay,
for
all right.
people who specifically look more disgruntled than others. So
Okay.
like,
well, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So the first person you come across, you'll see like it's like a bakery, and you see this guy. He just comes out and he's got like a few loaves that are kind of burnt and stuff, and he just chucks them onto like a pile of burnt other pastry, other things that he's made that's just not worked out. And you know,
Pizza?
it's free for people. Yeah. Yeah, there's like loaves of bread, there's all sorts of things, and it's just like a basket he puts out, and it's just free for people to take. You see like there's more poorer people in the city come up, and they'll take some bread and they'll just like, thanks, and they just scuttle off, and he's just like,
yeah, I'll go up to this guy and be like, hey, you know, that's
Okay.
really nice of you to take care of other people. Like, yeah, I wish that the government, you know, cared about people more.
oh, what, the government in this town? Jeez,
Yeah.
wow. I mean, he just looks at his shop and he's like, 4 generations this place has been in my family.
Wow, that's great.
They'll
That's
close
so
the
cool.
doors soon.
You know, my
Closing the
family,
doors.
we did have a bit of an enterprise, and we lost it as well. It's a very sad story. Really, you should fight for it. This is a good place, and you're a good person, and you don't deserve to lose it.
Oh, well, thanks. I mean, from what the rent's gone up, I can't afford to keep it. They're going to close the government. So he pulls out like a notice that just, I've already been served, that says that the government's closing my shop down. It's probably going to be, they want to put another warehouse. There's another, I don't know, factory or something going up. And he just looks and points down the street and he's like, there's a dressmaker, there's a butcher. They're all being the same thing.
You know,
Just
those people
place isn't
you've
going to be
been
what it
feeding-
was.
Those people you've been feeding, I bet they would fight for you too.
What, as in like an uprising?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying that.
I mean, I'm just kind of like, I'm just a baker. I mean, I don't. What do we do? Like organize a meeting or something?
Yeah, I think a meeting would be good. Yeah.
Okay.
Protest,
I mean,
even
I'm
some
sure.
signs, maybe some
Okay.
pamphlets.
So, do you? Who are you? Can I just ask you? Just come up and ask me. I mean,
Oh, I'm a traveling merchant. I sell wine,
Oh.
but you know, business is just not as good as it used to be.
yeah. I mean, the wine game, that's tough. That's not. The season goes bad. You just lose your crop, and
100%.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, us merchants, we gotta stick together. I get it.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
well, thanks for the advice. I mean, it's good advice. I'll speak to the other guys. I mean, this street's kind of, it's got a few shops that are in a bit of difficulty, and maybe you're right. Maybe we need to band together. Maybe we can really go to the government and say, hey, you're going to need us. We're kind of supplying the city with some bread and clothes and meats and fish and things. And
Exactly.
yeah, I don't know why we didn't think of this earlier. That's actually a great idea.
You know, I've had so much time on my hands because of how bad business is. I've just been thinking a lot, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, what's your name, by the way? Can I just in case we need to thank somebody, the
Thank-
local
Thank
paper
the
or something?
Bacchus family.
The Bacchus family. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. He takes out like a piece of bread, like a loaf of bread that's just like quite well baked and quite warm. He's like, well, just take this and have a good day.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so kind, and I'll even pull out one of my extra things of wine. I mean, like, for your evening.
Thanks. No problem. Thank you. And he takes things like, oh wow, maybe this is what we should do. Maybe we should just like trade with each other and get like a bit of a
equivalent exchange.
cooperative type thing going on here.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Absolutely.
He starts like tapping his chin. He's like, oh, I gotta make a note. So he just walks back into his shop, like, mumbling to himself. Like, this is going to be interesting.
You can't
I'll
tax
some notes and
trade.
things.
You can't tax it when there's no money exchange, right?
I mean, you're right. Damn right. I'm not going to go down with that fight. This shop's been in my family for 4 generations. I got to fight for this thing.
That's right.
And he just goes back and like, have a good day. And he just goes back into his shop. Is there anyone else you'd like to talk to? Or are you just going to carry on kind of doing this thing down the street?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep, just like meeting the merchants, being nice to them, and just good perception.
Okay. Well, can you give me a perception check as you're wandering around the city doing this?
Yeah. That will be a 15.
15. With a 15, you start to see a couple of people kind of take notice of you going to these different people, and you can clearly tell this is City Watch that have kind of clocked what you're up to. And as you're walking down the street, you see the same 2 figures at a distance watching what you're doing and continue to follow you for a little while. Okay. One's a ram, the other one's a heron, as they're like following you down the street. So every so often you'll talk to somebody, you'll stop, you'll turn around and be like, oh, they're there again. Follow on, oh, they're there again. So that's what's happening there. You've caught the attention of a few people.
Gotcha. I think at that point, I think Mauricio's just gonna sit down and watch the time, and it's just going to be as boring to watch as possible, and hope to bore them to death and sit and eat his bread.
That's fine. That's fine. So now we'll head over to the good doctor. So, Gaspar, you are heading towards the magistrate's hall. Okay. So as you're heading up there, you see like there's a few people outside, like lawyers and the type, and people like with paperwork, as various other people from the city government walk in and they're going, take my petition, and all that sort of stuff that goes on. You see a couple of guards there. What would you like to do? Are you just barreling in? Are you going to try and petition someone? What are you up to?
Oh, I'm here to look for the permitting division.
Oh. You see one, he looks like a scribe. He just comes up and he's like, auditing division or permitting division.
What is a permitting division?
Is that what he's asking you? Like, which one did you ask for?
Oh, permits. Yeah, permits. I'm looking for permits.
Oh, permits. Well, no, they go straight to the magistrate. They go straight to his desk.
Oh, I see.
Final stamp. He reads it, he approves it, stamps it, permits issued.
Oh, I see. Was he in?
Well, I haven't seen him, but I mean, there's other law officials in there if you want to try and get in. I mean, it looks a little bit. It's pretty much closed session at the moment. No, they're not really letting anyone in.
Oh, that's
what are you trying to? Do you need a permit? What do you need a permit for?
Oh, I was thinking about getting a permit to do some to form a new division. You see, to hunt down cultists. There are cultists here operating all willy-nilly in town. I'm
really?
Sure you've heard. Oh yes, I'm sure you've heard of the sacrificed bodies uncovered from the burned down warehouse. It's a ship full of cultists.
You hear like a little hubbub as some other people have heard of cultists. I just heard it was a fire. I just thought it was an industrial accident and a fire.
Yes,
insurance purposes, those sort of thing, like bubbling. And there's a couple of people looking like, there's cultists involved?
Yes. Have you not heard of the great insurance cult?
No, I mean, is this a new one? I mean, we've heard like people often destroy their own property to claim the money back.
Oh, yes, yes. But imagine if it also involves souls.
Wow. Right. Okay. So,
Yes.
how do you know all this?
Well, you see, I am a doctor of science, but also a doctor of cults. I've studied cults quite extensively in my own research of understanding the mortal soul.
Right. Okay. Have you told like the City Watch or anybody
Oh,
that there's
I
cults?
did. I did. I
Oh, well,
tested
thank God for
to
that.
the presence of cults. Yes, which is why I'm here to formally petition the magistrate for a license to begin my work here in the city. As it's clear, the city guard were not aware of the cult's presence, and they need an expert, obviously.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, as I say, it's a closed session at the moment. I think they're having meetings. I don't know if you want to wait around. It's up to you. But they, they don't really see many people these days.
There's
That's
a
why we're
waiting
out here
room?
petitioning. No, we just wait out here in the clean air of the city.
Oh, I see. I see. So they're just in the building, just having session.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we catch them when they come out before they disappear off into the city. Some people will take our petitions, some people don't, and we kind of just have to come back the next day, and the cycle continues.
But you're certain that they're in there now.
Yeah, because there was the magistrate Baggio was in there, and then he was followed by a falcon, and there was like a wolf that was following her in there as well.
Could you describe the falcon for me, please?
Describe the sorry?
The falcon. What were the features of the falcon?
And then he then describes who you believe to be the description of Grimani.
Oh, interesting. I'm glad to know that that he has falcon friends. I had heard that he didn't like falcons.
Oh, no. He leans in and he's like, I hear it's pigs he doesn't like. You heard about his little, thing with Rochefort the merchant? Oh, man, that's going to cause quite the stir in the city.
Oh, my.
Once he shuts that guy down.
Hopefully Rochefort doesn't have cultists. Not a member of the insurance cult.
I tell you now, if there was anything to bring that guy down pretty quick, it would be a cult that would that Baggio would. He'd be on that. That his warehouse, Rochefort's warehouses would be seized. The guy would probably be in chains right now if there was any sort of suspicion of cult.
Oh my!
So, yeah, I mean, it's probably a good play. So, I mean, who knows?
But so Barbarazio is in there with the falcon, you said. Just to make sure I heard you correctly.
Well, basically, he turned up in his carriage, as he usually does. We came with petitions. Next minute, one of his aides had a word in his ear. He stopped. The falcon turned up. Then followed about 5 minutes later by this wolf. Pretty mean-looking fellow. And they both went in, and then, yeah, he met with them straight away.
Could you describe the features of the wolf for me, please?
And he describes a pretty rugged-looking mercenary character, scarred up, tall, looks very like he probably would be in charge of a mercenary company if he was to be in charge of one from his description.
Now, as a Corvid, I remember the detail of every place, thing, or person I've seen.
Okay.
Have I seen this wolf?
You have heard of this. You've described to you would be the description of one Ottavio Pandolfo.
And just thinking back, because it's been 2 weeks since the last game.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Weren't Barbaggio and the Falcon kind of at murder odds with each other? Like, we see each other in the bar, and now we want to have a fight, and then there was like a whole kerfuffle.
No, that was Barbaggio and Rochefort.
Oh, it's Rochefort.
Grimani got in the Grimani was the Falcon that got in the middle of it. Who's your commander? Pandolfo, the wolf he described, is your boss's boss. Is Nemesis.
Right. And our boss he is still on the permitting process to get us legitimized in the city.
Yeah. He's basically working. He's back in Barlecci, the town you came from, trying to secure things there, while he sent Romani and you guys to the city to deal with things here.
I have a feeling now, kind of double down from my companion's hunches, that something's not entirely lining up here.
The sort of guy looks at you and went, "Do you know either of them? You seem like you might have had some sort of recognition there."
Oh, I have been known to treat wounds from time to time. I mean, the wolf, of course, is known to need a little bit of treatment from time to time. Scuffles, you see.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never seen him in the city before, but he seemed quite stern and quite like he was really giving the magistrate what for.
Interesting. Fascinating.
I mean, he leans in and goes, "It looked like," and this is between you and I, and he gives us a look around. It sounded like he was giving him orders, which is quite strange to be given the magistrate orders.
Was the falcon giving orders, or was the wolf giving the falcon orders?
The falcon just stood there and just watched.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know whether they had any stake in the game, but I heard the words, "You're a buffoon, you're a fool, and you've mishandled this whole situation." And that was the wolf telling the magistrate, so I'm surprised the magistrate didn't arrest him, but hey, I don't know what the hell that was about.
Fascinating. Well, where do I file for my permit?
I mean, you could wait here for another couple of hours and hopefully try and catch the magistrate, or you can come back tomorrow and be first before they get in the door. I mean, if you've got other business, I can always keep your place.
Well, I mean, I have plenty of other business. I'm a doctor after all. I can't keep a doctor waiting, you see. Well, pleasure talking to you. I will remember you and your very helpful manner, and I can assure you that I do not suspect you of being a cultist at all.
Thank God for that. Otherwise, my goose would be cooked. And he is an actual goose. He is an actual goose who's just, as you've been talking to this guy.
Excellent. Well, Toodaloo,
Well.
Duck.
Good day. And you leave him behind.
Yep.
Of course, the goose
Okay.
would gander.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to go in there, and I have my way of getting in there, but I suspect that's probably not the it's not the time to be crashing their party.
So are you heading, what are you doing now? Are you heading back to try and find your comrades?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, while the information is fresh in his mind.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll go back to Bastien. You're watching, you're seeing people come and go. You're seeing a lot of these Tempestus Legion people go in, but they don't come out. You've seen about 4 go in, but they've not come out. And from what you can tell from where you've been watching things, there's not many exits to this place, apart from like the front door, maybe a side exit, and they've not come out of either of them. They've just gone in and they've just disappeared.
Could I see what they were carrying? Like, if they appear to be armed, like, there's some weapons that you can't conceal, or if they were carrying crates?
They're just... give me a perception check. Let's see what you can see.
19.
19. You notice that they're not carrying anything in. They're just walking in. They have, a rapier at their hip. Then one of them might be carrying like a halberd or something like that. But they're walking in, but they're not coming out. So they're not carrying anything in, from what you can see.
Are there windows, and like how high up are they? Can I figure out like if I could get a vantage point on an opposite building?
With a 19, you can say that you can tell that these windows, they're not windows, they're just basically wooden slats they've put in there. You could try, but you'd have to try and stealth over to the opposite maybe building or something to try and see what you can see inside.
Bastien decides to stay put.
Okay.
And from his little hidey hole in the shadows.
Okay.
And keeps
And
counting.
what did you roll again? 19 was it, did you say? 19. Okay. You would also notice that a carriage pulls up and out steps a very interesting Lynx fellow that you may have met before. As he walks in, he stops at the door, points, gives some orders, and then walks into the warehouse. And that's all you see with a 19.
Where does the carriage go? Does the carriage just like leave?
The carriage just leaves. You can tell it was basically he handed the driver some coins and then boom, off it goes. It just rattles off down the street. It's not got any livery. It's just a general carriage.
It's a
You
taxi.
can happen to, yeah, pretty much. He just took a cab to the warehouse and that was it. So from
Cats are
there,
very
we'll
fussy.
switch back
It can be
to
ours to walk.
exactly. So we're going to take back to Marisi. At this point, you sat there for a little while. You kind of, not done anything any more rabble rousing, and these guys kind of start to get a bit bored, and they eventually just peel off and leave and be like, okay, well, she stopped whatever she was doing, so let's just forget it. She's not going to cause any more of a fuss.
Yeah.
And then just left you to it. So what do you want to do at this point? Are you going to keep going about town, or are you going to try and head back to where your comrades are?
Try to meet back up with the group.
Okay. So within about 10, 15 minutes, you managed to find the good doctor. He managed to track you down.
I've
Any-
perceived you.
Any good news?
Oh, yes, there's an insurance cult running rampant in town. I heard about it up the hill.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Fascinating, I know.
Can't
I'm
believe.
uncovering it one step at a time.
This whole cultish conspiracy. I tell you, it's the cult.
A cult. Oh, yeah, he believes it now. He didn't even make that up. He's heard it several times now from several people.
Well, I made some friends with some merchants, so a productive day.
Oh. Well, you know who else is friends? Our lieutenant is friends with the magistrate and a nice wolf fellow who looked really mean, apparently, according to reports.
Hmm.
Yeah. They're having a meeting right now on the hill.
Who is this wolf fellow?
Oh, a mercenary leader.
Oh, not our mercenary leader?
Oh, no, of a different mercenary company. I think you've heard of
Oh.
them. Something about the thunderousness. Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Yes. Pretty sure that's what they're called.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Yeah. The ones who were, doing work for the mercenary, work for the guy who's up there on the hill, the magistrate. That's his name. Magistrate who is apparently working for the Thundercats. I totally know their name, but it slipped my mind.
Ah, so the mercenaries run this town. It makes a lot more sense.
Well, I mean, apparently the lieutenant is friendly with them.
Her. Do you ever wonder if they thought hiring us we were a bunch of bumbling idiots and that we were going to take the fall for whatever it is that they were planning, and that this whole thing was just a setup for us to fuck up?
Well, maybe you, but I have a doctorate in medicine. I'm clearly not an idiot.
I am no buffoon.
I love it.
I passed magna cum laude.
Right. Because that
I got a
means
1-1.
because that means you're a really good mercenary.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm new to being a mercenary, but I'm good enough to have been hired by you guys. Clearly needed me. That's why I'm here.
We should probably find Bastion.
Oh wait, you don't know where Bastion is?
No.
Oh well, let's find them.
Oh, sneaky squirrel.
I feel like I told
Okay.
you where I was going.
Well, yeah, but whether or not we can perceive you, that's another story.
Well, I mean, I hope that the cult hasn't gotten Bastion.
I think Bastion's too fast for them. Let's go find them.
Oh, there's nothing faster than the insurance denying a claim.
Oh,
Facts.
so we're going to head back to Bastien at this point. So, Bastien, what are you doing at this point as you've watched these sorts of scenes unfold? Are you attempting to get across to another building and seeing what's going on inside, or are you staying put?
Bastion is staying put, but trying to see if anyone's on the rooftops of the other buildings to see if he can tell if anybody's up there.
Okay. Perception check, please. If you want to use, are you going to do a standard, or are you looking for? Are you listening as well? What are you planning to do? if
He's
you
listening
possibly
as
can?
well. He can't see anything, but he's listening. 17?
What was that? Sorry.
17 by hearing.
17 by hearing. Okay. So at this point, you can sort of start to hear some more shuffling and across other rooftops. You may be like, there's a potential that there might be someone else watching the warehouse from another direction.
Can I tell from what direction?
Well, I would say it's more to your left, sort of like diagonally to your left. So you've got like the warehouse you're looking at, you've got like a textile mill over to your left, but diagonally there's like another building. Not sure what it is, but it's just it's kind of next door to it. It looks abandoned, but there's somebody possibly scuttling around on the roof up there.
All right, Bastion's gonna try to stealth around, like on the ground, to get like a viewpoint. Let's see how we go.
Okay, go for it. Give me some stealth.
Seven.
7. Unfortunately,
I
you're
was gonna
not
assume
the
I
most
did fucking
quiet.
like Red Tail.
You basically you're not making the best, movements on this rooftop. There's a couple of like old bricks and stuff like that you've dislodged that's caused dust and that to fall down. People are like, what's going on? What? And so with a 7, you've not made the best work of it.
But is anyone up there?
With a 7, if they were, they probably would have heard you by now, and they may have vanished or disappeared or moved on.
Well, it's better than shooting me. I'll take it. Bastion takes up position.
Okay. So as you take up position, you notice your two friends just making their way down an alleyway, heading in your general direction.
I try to signal them with my fluffy red tail.
Okay. And as you two notice a fluffy red tail appear from the rooftops as a potential signal that someone is nearby.
Hey, Doc, can you give me a lift?
Rude.
He'll look you up and down. I don't know. I'm not really sure if the rule set really covers this particular application of my flight. I don't think I can. I believe that you probably weigh more than what I can carry. I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy.
I mean, well, actually, I'm not. I'm a medium-sized creature, but I'm an Alaskan crow size. They're much bigger up there in the north. But I'm not like some eagle. I'm not like an eagle. Listen, I'm a crow. I don't know. Like, I'm not really used to like flying around with pandas.
While he's rambling on, Maurice is already finding a way up to the rooftop.
Okay.
And he turns and you're gone. He's like,
Okay.
oh, wait a minute.
It works every time.
So Bastien, you see Marisi kind of get up onto the roof with you.
I
And is the
filled them
doctor
in
just
on
gonna fly up? Okay.
on how I've seen Renzetti come in, and I've seen at least
Mhm.
4 other tempestuous mercenaries.
Okay.
And where
I'll-
is the bird?
Well,
In this
still
context,
talking
he means
downstairs.
Gaspar.
Just talking to himself.
Yep.
Okay.
I've kind of left him in the middle of a monologue. Yeah, hold on. Like,
He's monologuing to
rocks at
himself
him.
in the alleyway.
Oh, someone has learned the gift of flight. Amazing. I probably did that. It's probably my doing. Rubbed that off on you. You've gained the power of flight. Impressive. And I will flutter up there to the top.
Excellent. So you're all on top of the roof. Are you going to exchange information, or are you going to sit and watch what happens with this warehouse?
Definitely relay information to each
Okay.
other, so that we're all on the
Perfect.
same page.
So obviously, now Bastien knows that a certain falcon has been speaking to the magistrate.
In
Which
the
isn't
company
so
of someone who's
unusual.
supposed to be her mortal enemy.
Yeah, I mean, well, the wolf part is kind of a bit weird. The magistrate, I mean, she's been trying to talk to the magistrate for a while. You know, this is all kind of part of the deal. I mean, they didn't want to see me for permits, but I mean, I guess that's kind of how this goes. I'll just go through her, I guess, next time. But yeah, like she's hanging out with the tempting wolves. I think that's what they're called.
From the Thundercats to the
From the
tempting wolves.
Thundercats.
Yeah. You've seen them around town. They have the links in there, and the Slashins. They totally have them there. They're all over this town. Apparently, he's in charge. So the magistrate didn't like slit his throat like he's supposed to.
It definitely
Talking back to a
sounds
government
like
official.
there's some merchant group that is giving orders around here, and it's not ours and it's not theirs either. So it seems like we're all fighting for superiority around this on this town. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not a politician.
I say we take what we can, get paid, and get out of here.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
if
saying.
maybe we can get a headdress made out of falcon feathers, so much the better.
Well, I mean, and we gotta actually get some kind of proof that she's involved in all of this.
Yeah, probably.
Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like Bastien just wants to put a hit out.
Ow!
Just,
Bastien is
he's just
genuinely
nope.
asking. He doesn't know.
Oh well, I mean, there's other ways to rise to the ranks. You don't have to just make a vacancy. I mean, have you tried applying for job openings when they're posted?
So Marisi.
You know, I think I might have started a class war.
Oh, that's fascinating.
I'm so proud of you. I guess, Gaspar, you've started a panic about cults.
I started one. No. I discovered it. It's true though. I definitely know that there is a cult activated here in the town. Sleeper agents, most likely, of the insurance cult. Merchants, insurance, hand in hand.
Yes, they should all work together. Really.
Bastien looks at Marisi like, wait a minute. I thought that he made the cult thing up, and he can't remember anymore.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Anyway. Well, I mean, while we're just destroying every foundation of this town,
Just ruin this town.
This place was really easy to dismantle. That's really crazy. I
It's
guess
a big
we
city.
should
There's lots of
listen
moving
in.
parts.
Maybe we should go listen in and do the tailing job we were supposed to do.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Listen in here, this building inside.
Yeah, this is where the meeting's being done.
Oh well, how do you propose on getting in?
I don't know if we could. I don't know. Should we get in? Is there a way that we can stake here, get close enough to hear, but not close enough to be, as
Visible.
face?
Did I discover any such thing during my stakeout?
You could probably figure out there's ways you could get in here. but it would take a bit of stealthing because there's a few people around. There's obviously these guys, these other mercenaries that are probably a bit more interested in looking for people if they're trying to approach this place. But as you're talking, Bastien, does a 19 hit you?
Man, we really got to stay off the roofs.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect. You are going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage
Ow.
as you hear the familiar sound of the click of a musket rifle and the shot of a musket rifle.
Ow. Okay, so we're...
Can I tell roughly where it came from now?
It came from the next building over. So if you want to give me a perception check.
7.
7. Does anyone else want to give you advantage, or anyone want to help with that?
Oh yes,
would love
yes.
to help.
You're just staring at my being shot self. Wow,
That's a
that looks like
15.
it's stuck.
Yeah,
15.
I'm perceiving. I'll give advantage. Whip
Okay.
around and look.
Do you want? So
Oh,
with
you
a
want me to
15
roll
and
again?
Bastien, if you want. I know.
Oh.
Well, if Bastien wants to roll, you rolled a 15. So Bastien, if you want to
Yeah.
roll with advantage with Gaspar's help.
— 22.
22. With a 15 and 22, you hear the crack of the rifle, and it's timed so well as you notice that this wooden crane with this crate cuts something loose, and the crane drops whatever it was carrying. And as you turn around, you see a certain otter reloading this musket as he starts to turn and run away. And that is where we will end the session there.
I thought Caspian was going after him.
I'm going to step him.
Dang it, Caspian!
Yes, we'll end the episode there, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Yay!
Like a nice
Come back next
cliffhanger.
time. Just watch me kill an otter.
As the main man, Pacino, makes a return. For
The real
vengeance.
BBE.
That son of a bitch. But no, thank you for joining us. Yeah, we'll do some goodbyes. Let's start with Panda. Tell us who you are, where you can find you, and what character you've been playing.
I'm Rage Panda Pajamas. You can find me on the link that he just posted, but also Rage Panda Pajamas pretty much everywhere. Like all of the social medias, you can find me. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have much more to announce right now.
Okay, lovely. Over to John. Give us where we can find you, who you've been playing.
You can't find me. I am perma-selfed. I have cast the spell. What is the
He's
spell
untrackable.
called? Non-detection. I have non-detection on permanently because I'm a Sir Neblin. And you'll never find me. You can't find me. It's impossible. But you can find me here on occasion. And currently I'm playing Gaspar de Espinosa. Dr. Despinosa. For all you common folk. Should have known that already.
Okay,
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
finally-
that's it.
That's it? Okay, lovely. Over to Wheezy.
I've been busy, and no, you can't find me. And I've been playing Bastien Leroux, the squirrel with a gun, who's going to murder an otter and enjoy every second of it. And probably murder a falcon, too.
Murder spree. And yes, hello.
Yes,
I've been
kills.
yes, kill my NPCs. I've been Shiv, your humble DM for this evening. You can find me everywhere on the link posted in the chat, IO Shiv and most other places. Yes, and hopefully we will have a fox back with us next week as we go into the final episode of this lovely trio, this lovely group. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you next week. Farewell.